Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party, as we like to say here at Welcome Party. If this is your first time ever seeing this, then understand that this is a game-playing channel. We like to play role-playing games. That's exactly what we're going to do tonight. We're going to play Blades in the Dark, which is a pretty cool system, and I'll explain it in a second. But before I explain that, just understand that we have a few sponsors, and they're awesome, and you should check them out. One is Tabletop Loot. Look at them. They are great. One is RueInc.com, and she makes awesome fantasy maps, and they're great. And another one is, SoNerdware.com, which is fantastic and has a bunch of merchandise belonging to our channel. And, of course, Roll20. We are sponsored by Roll20 because Roll20 is great, and we like to use it. There is also a Patreon for us. If you guys are interested in trying to help out creators and content creators and artists and things, check out our Patreon. I believe it is September, is it not, Throck? Has that just started? Yes?
Yes,
okay.
Indeed, it is September.
So, no, September, right?
September, what did I say? It's September.
Okay. You fool.
You fool.
So subscriptions are now only $2.50. And on our Patreon, that's for tier 1 subscriptions, just almost $2.50, not bad. And so check out our stuff. It's pretty cool, and it's a great way to support what we do here, which is try to help other artists and game players. And we have not a DeviantArt, Jesus, Discord. We have a Discord. We do not have a DeviantArt. Check out our Discord. It's full of great people, and it's a good way to meet other people, other gamers, and maybe get into a few games that you haven't seen yet and watch new games be played. It's a really cool thing to do. Crystal is a brand new RPG player and has joined our game after watching us and joining the Discord and such, so check it out. And did I miss anything, Thra?
No, that was great.
Perfect. Alrighty then. Now, let me explain what we're doing here. We're playing Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark is a fun role-playing game where everybody plays dirty scallywags. They are scoundrels in a terrible city in an even worse world. The sun is dead. The seas are black. Ghosts are running around, and they're all nuts and want to eat people. The last vestiges of humanity are locked behind giant lightning walls that are powered by Leviathan blood. It's epic and metal, but we don't go outside. We stay inside the cities, where it's pretty bad also. People suck, and it's full of it, full of lots of people. Everybody's pretty terrible and corrupt and trying to steal from each other. And our party is no different. They are a group of scoundrels trying to claw their way up through the criminal underworld to positions of power and delusions of grandeur. And speaking of our party, let us meet them. Let's start with Bisonic.
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin. I am playing Sparrow the Lurk.
Lurk and the thief. Sneaky. Throck.
Hey, what's up? I'm Throck. I'm playing Grimolkin, the spider, the weaver of webs.
Nice. Mastermind. Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. I am playing Ebony, the Whisper.
Whisper and Ghost Talker. And Kay.
Hello, everyone. I am Kay, also known as Undead Kay on the internet. I will be playing Scarlet, the Hound, and Ice Cold Killer.
Oh, yes. Nice. Why she keeps killing ice colds, we don't know, but we will figure.
Someday we might find
I mean, somebody has to. Yeah.
If not me, who?
Right?
Well, what's cooler than cool?
Get out.
Ice
Cold.
You're fired. You're fired from Blades. Fired from Blades. Just a fair warning to all, my internet has been acting a little lately, so if I suddenly drop, give me some time and I will come back to you, hopefully, on a different device. I will do my best and wish me luck. Now then, now that you have met our people, our wonderful players, let me tell you what happened last time. Something that you may have missed. Last time, Blades in the Dark, our team got wind of a big job. With a big payout. Essentially, it's a payday for you guys. Every once in a while, jobs like this will come down the line, but they're heavy, as this one was. There was a message being hunted, being sought after. This message was split between 3 different people, and you guys had to go get those 3 people before everyone else in the city got to them. Everybody wanted this message. Every gang, for some reason, wanted this message. Not sure why. After much, a lot of close calls and unfortunate violent run-ins, you were able to collect the message, though you lost one of the messengers carrying it. As we remember, Sparrow ruthlessly and hilariously pulling the knife from Minnie the Moocher's chest as she bled out and died. And Sparrow laughed and laughed and laughed. Did you laugh? No? Oh, maybe I was thinking. Maybe I was laughing on the inside. I don't remember. Either way. So, you let Minnie the Moocher die. But the rest of you were able to capture the Blotch, who was another one of the messengers, and Brendan... Oh, no? The other. Normans, thank you. Brendan Normans. And they were able to not only deliver their parts of the message, but decode the entire message, which was given in a long dead language known as Latin, that no one's ever heard of. After receiving the message, you still aren't entirely sure what it leads to. It seems to lead to some sort of buried treasure. But the delivery of the message was all that you needed for the job, and you delivered it back to the client, which was actually Siren, the holder of secrets in the city. She then revealed that it was actually a ploy. She had set up the entire job and essentially set up this entire situation because she was stuck in a tight spot, and the only way out was to relieve all of her assets, the payment for the job, 15 coins worth, to all of you, and that was in the form of her school for the blind, which she uses to train blind spies. This was all a bit of a shock to Grimalkin. It was a little much too fast. He didn't know that Siren was in danger. She was being hunted for her debts by someone who had bought all of her debts and called them in 2 days prior, giving her 3 days to do it, leaving her only 24 hours left.
I forgot to write the note for that. Who was it who was hunting her for her debts again? It was one of the gang leaders.
Clev, Klev, and it is the leader of the Red Sashes. And the Red Sashes were the one who murdered Minnie the Moocher in cold blood. You probably have never met Clev, but you know that she is, she's one of the gang leaders, so that's enough. She's pretty scary. But you can learn more about her in the game. And leaving Siren with no recourse but to act desperately, she put together this so that afterwards you can rise up with your reputation. You would owe her a favor in her mind, and she could still keep her reputation as the one who supplied you the information that led to you succeeding against all the other gangs, thus keeping her reputation more so intact. Now then, she left with Bozo the Mime, the leader of the Mimes, the other huge spy group in the city, and you were left to your own devices. None of you really got that hurt. It was more a lot of close calls. You guys really pulled out. I think everyone's super fucking stressed, though, if I remember correctly. You all put out a lot of stress because you did a lot of flashbacks and a lot of quick thinking. But after a lot of exhausting bullshit over the past day, you guys most likely meet back at the bar after completing this crazy-ass mission that pitted you against the Corvs, the Red Sashes, the Badgers, the Crows, the Roaches, sent Kay on a weird goose chase through Dunslow and through a weird warehouse that seemed to have a man dead in it and another man crawling around in the trash for some reason. And all of you meeting interesting people, you now probably find yourselves at the Thunder Bucket, if that's where you'd like to be.
Yeah, I'd like to have a conversation about what we're going to do with this school.
Okay.
I don't want it.
Well, I don't know if you knew, but Siren ran a spy ring out of it from blind students.
Mm-hmm.
Opening it back up under our name would give us a significant advantage in the long term.
Okay.
Oh, just okay. All right.
I have nothing. We sell it and get what?
Well, we would sell it and get upwards of 15 coin.
Could you buy that kind of access for 15 coin?
Probably not. Not for a long time. It would take more work than announcing that the school is reopened and then having some conversations, I would imagine.
Then we keep the tool we've been given.
Scarlet?
I would almost say that we keep it. Didn't you mention that there was some sort of spy network or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see, because what else could we do with it? We could turn it into something, but I don't have any ideas. We could sell it and buy another facility, but it sounds like this is an already established functioning tool.
Agreed. All right, so it sounds like we're unanimous, and that was a much shorter conversation than I thought it was going to be.
Well, what are the other options?
We selling it. It's a lot of money. I would imagine one of you had. Yeah, but no, excellent. Yes, perfect. I will get to work on making sure that the school is open and operational. If anyone would like to help, you should feel free.
Do you really want me around children?
Not particularly.
Yeah, nobody wants me around children.
We should probably stay behind then.
Honestly, Avani, I thought maybe perhaps giving you a gift, if there was someone else who was gifted there. You don't have to stay, but once we open the place, are you able to sense each other or something?
A bit. But it's not exactly a good thing?
No?
Not really.
It's been very useful so far.
Hmm.
All right, well, no pressure.
It's sort of a, I don't know. Seeing that somebody else can do exactly what you can do sort of sets me on edge.
Fair. I understand that. Oh, well. I'll do it on my own then.
Should we say, like, you've got this or something to that effect?
I've got this. Excellent. That was it. That was my whole scene. And that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's all. Sparrow doesn't have much to say about it. She's a little disappointed they're not getting straight up paid, but
Yeah.
you hand a valuable tool, and it's a weapon.
Oh, we should talk about what job we wanted to do next, yes?
Why don't we complete this finding?
Oh, with the gold or whatever that's hidden under a tree somewhere.
Because the longer we wait, the closer we get to these two fools making a move or...
Truth. All right, let's just get it done then. Let's do it immediately.
So, do you guys want to have Blotch or Nigel bring you there? Or Brendan?
I think Brendan.
Oh.
Brendan, you guys like Brendan a little bit more? The until recently retired crow who now is begun working for you, Grimalkin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So
Should I put
Brendan is, of course, a little
Hey, Boo.
a little reluctant,
Hey,
but a deal is a deal.
He's breaking up, that's why. Hey, Evan?
Yes?
Should I put Brendan as a contact? Or a shrewd friend? My friends, my contacty bits.
I would put him as a contact now because he's going to accept your offer to work for you.
Okay, and that's Brendan Norman, former crew.
Yes. Am I breaking up for you guys?
No, it was just a second where you froze up and it, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Again, if this gets worse, I can hop on my
You're good.
business. Okay. Then...
I have gotten a reroll from Michelle Lilly.
Oh, yay.
Nice. All right. I believe it was in... Oh, that's okay. So, Brendan Normans agrees, and he is taken via carriage and leads you guys around a bit. Boom, boom. Aha. He leads you guys until you find that you are entering Six Towers. Six Towers used to be a beautiful area, like years ago, and there was a lot of nobility that lived there, but a lot of it has since fallen into disrepair. Only a few noble houses still stand here. Grimulkin, that Sir Nigel Weatherford III is supposed to live somewhere here, within Six Towers. You don't know too much about him. You just know that he lives here. This is where you can contact him. But Brendan seems to just be ignoring everything. He's kind of solemn, I guess. Looks a little bit like sad. And he eventually leads you to an area known as Mist Shore Park, a dark and overgrown space that overlooks the eastern branch of the river. I'm reading it just verbatim out of the book. And looks over the Deathlands and beyond. In old folk ballads, young lovers who could not be together would commit suicide in this park. Whatever the truth of it is, the park is most definitely haunted now, and he is leading you directly into it. Do you guys allow this?
I pull out my Spirit Bane charm.
Let's hold it out.
Yeah.
No, there were a lot of people around.
No, nobody wants to come here.
Then I'll put on the mask.
It's an old haunted park. He goes, "Oh, we're not going to go too deep, but I understand the caution." And he kind of looks around and just sort of, puts his hands together and just kind of concentrates. And it looks like he closes his eyes and intently listens out the window of the closed carriage, just listening. And as you guys are bumping down the road, he goes, "Make a right." And who's driving?
Me,
Sparrow,
most likely.
Sparrow, you hook to the right, and you see Sparrow. Since you're the one out, this park is fucking spooky. There is a constant sort of fog that is kind of creeping in and around it. You know that this place is supposed to be haunted. I don't think you probably would have never come here, I would assume. I don't know if any of you guys would have ever really been here. It's a very uncomfortable, cold place. You feel as though as you go a little bit further in, you can hear like distant shrieks that might be foxes, but probably aren't. And always here. The rustling of trees sounds less like the bones against other bones. It is an uncomfortable, terrible place. But you are not all lily livers. You are making your way through here. And as you hook to the right, you see that there was another path that you previously did not see. It was almost as if the trees themselves hid this path from you. But as you turn towards it, you are able to go on it, which is bizarre. And Brendan is just kind of like listening intently as you go a little bit further, the carriage rocking against these old, long since abandoned paths in this wicked-looking forest. And as you go up further, you feel that you are rising on a hill. And as the goats, I assume, that are pulling your cart, because you guys aren't rich enough to get horses, as the goats are pulling it, you can see that they keep looking around at stuff that's not there. Like, they just keep staring off. One of them's like, ah, ah, like screaming, because that's just what they do. And they just seem to be getting like jittery and weird. Takes you a bit to control them, but you're pretty good at what you do. And as you make your way up, you realize that you're cresting a hill with a small sort of clearing, and in the center of the clearing is a small, dead-looking tree. And Brendan goes, "All right here, stop." Okay, and he just opens the carriage and hops out into this haunted as fuck forest and just begins to walk towards this tree. You see he is just going straight ahead, keeping his eyes right in front of him. Every once in a while, he almost looks and then doesn't, like to different directions, reacting to the noises. And you can see he's just trying to stay solid. Do you follow him, or do you let him go up there?
I'll follow.
Okay. So you follow behind Brendan. As you guys walk this path, you can see that it is overgrown with grass, but the path that was once here is still sort of here. The growth did not completely take it over. And the weird part about this is the growth, the trees. You don't see any bioluminescence here. There is no radiant flowers. Radiant flowers are really the only way for true plant life to grow and to prosper. What makes these trees grow, or rather, what makes these trees stay? What keeps them from dying out? They look as though they are in a petrified kind of state, but they're not wilting, they're not dying, they're simply staying here. It's a bizarre thing, and as you kind of look around and sort of just notice that fact, I'm gonna roll d6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 through 4 is you guys. I'm gonna roll d4, then that makes more sense. 2, okay. Kay, Scarlet, are you with them?
Yeah, but I'm kind of keeping close to the carriage, way back.
Perfect, I like that. Because I think, Sparrow, are you with the carriage as well?
No, I would have started getting off the carriage.
Good, Scarlet's alone, I love it. So, Scarlet, as you are sitting there by the carriage, you can hear someone, it sounds like someone is trying to creep through the grass, not too far into the tree line. They're far enough that you know where the noise is coming from, but you can't see them to take a shot or anything. But you get sort of a very uneasy feeling, the kind of feeling that you get, the kind of hairs that stand on the back of your neck when you know someone is hunting you. And you know that feeling because you've felt that feeling before, and you've instilled that feeling in others. Someone is hunting you.
I'm going to first lean down, whisper into Ember's ear, and Ember's going to try to sneak up from behind.
So, Ember, you want Ember to go ghost?
Mm-hmm.
So Ember, and kind of crouching down and more predatory cat-like, slinks off into the woods. The sound that you were hearing completely stops. It is gone. And as you kind of stare out, you see Ember, after what feels like a long amount of time, Ember's little eyes pop up with, their little head. And you see them. And then you see more eyes start to pop up around Ember. And you see some in the trees. And you begin to hear what sounds like different kinds of animals. And they seem to be chirping or chuffing at each other, hooting and whistling. Different kinds of animals, it seems, and they seem to be communicating with one another, reacting to you sending Ember in there. And as Ember creeps out of the forest calmly and completely not, still in ghost form, but not predatory and angry, just simply trotting over to you, you can see what appears to be a kind of shabby dog behind Ember, as well as what appears to be an owl flying at the tree and just kind of scoping you out. The rest of the eyes start to disperse, but they don't go too far. They stay pretty close, still sort of making noises to each other, almost as if they are widening their range and spreading out. On the trail to your right, as you are kind of trained to follow this with your eye, you do see what appears to be something fucking big walking across the path that you guys just came across. You don't know what the fuck it is, but it is big like a horse, kind of, because like John Irons is a horse creature that walked across, but it's got these huge fucking things coming off of its head. And as it walks across the path, it just stops and turns, and you can see two bright, like ice blue eyes looking at you. You realize that these things are ghosts, just like Ember's form right now. And the shabby dog and the owl are just kind of looking at you from the tree line as Ember approaches you. They don't seem to be advancing, but the noise has stopped. Nothing is hunting you further. I'm going to leave you for a second and go back to everybody else. Grimulkin, you are now...
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, yeah, I want to roll a d6 to see how bad it is. Okay, not bad. Grimulkin, as you are walking, you hear what sounds like a young woman weeping from not too far to your left, but beyond the tree line. It's reminds you of someone you once knew.
I
Or
put up
perhaps
my
some-
spirit bane charm and I speak into it. I go, away, foul ghost.
The weeping stops. Sparrow,
Yes.
I'm not fucking around with that.
Sparrow, as you walk, you don't hear anything. You hear nothing. No wind, no creaking of trees, not the footsteps underneath you. You hear nothing. But at the tree itself, you see what appears from behind it, the silhouette in the moonlight of a tall man walk out from behind the tree, look to you, and then continue to walk towards the tree line to the right. He stops at the end of the tree line and he looks back. And he gestures for you to follow. And he walks into the tree line further.
I continue walking towards the tree.
Okay, fuck that noise. And Evany. Oh, Evany, last but not least, I'm not even going to roll for you. So here's what you see. As you walk, you definitely can sense the spookiness of this forest. It is a hub of ectoplasmic activity. I don't know. It's supernatural shit. And you can't drown these noises out of your head. It is like for someone like you, it is like walking into like a heavy metal concert, but there's like 6 heavy metal concerts going on right now. You can barely hear yourself think. There is so much speaking. There is so much noise. When you stepped out of that carriage, it was like the noises of the forest. As you got closer to that tree, it is like a cacophony of people, of whispering, of screaming. It's almost like you're hearing 1,000 stories at once. Do you try to pick out any of the stories, or do you try instead to block them all out entirely?
Neither.
You simply exist in the cacophony?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk, it is getting louder and louder and more horrific. And you take 1 like psychological harm as
Okay.
it just is battering you. You're barely paying attention to what everybody's doing right now. Okay. It is not long before Brendan reaches the tree. And as he reaches the tree, he sort of starts scoping around the trunk of it and starts looking. And he goes, "There is," and he reaches underneath by the roots of the tree, and there is a kind of hole in the tree, like you know how they are hollowed out a little bit. Sometimes animals make burrows in them. And he reaches in between where the roots are, and he starts scooping out clumps of soil, loose soil. And he just keeps digging and digging and digging. As he does, I'm going to say, Sparrow, you notice that Evany, as she is just kind of, looks like she's concentrating, begins kind of wandering off. The noises are making you a little confused. You believe that you are waiting by the tree. She is not. She is walking.
All right, I'll put a hand on her and guide her.
Okay. Suddenly, Sparrow is grabbing you.
What?
You were wandering.
Oh.
Don't follow the ghosts.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'll be fine.
Any, how much deeper?
I got it. And you see him pull out a small trunk, like a chest. He goes, "Phew, I'll be goddamned. He actually did put it here. Well, all right." And you can see he's like visibly upset. But yeah, will you shut it? And he just kind of yells out into the forest. You can see it's affecting him as well. Okay. And he opens the trunk. And inside, you notice that there is a lot of stuff, baubles, books, pictures, little statuettes, not worth anything, made of wood. I mean, unless they're artifacts, but they don't look old enough to be artifacts. Papers, stuff looks like maybe children's drawings. And he looks at it. Well, no, this is it. This is it. And he kind of sits back and he starts sifting through the stuff, and he starts really looking at it like it's some exotic thing that he's never seen before, or something that he hasn't seen in a very, very long time. And he starts picking through these pictures.
I'll tap on his shoulder. Brendan, we should not be doing this here.
Oh, right. And you can see he looks to his right and kind of covers the trunk, like looking at something that you can't see and something that's scaring him. And he throws it off. And you do it, and he reacts to what you just did, and he's like, oh, thank you. And you don't see whatever he was seeing, but it's gone. And he goes, You're right. Let's go. And you can see he is very upset, and he picks up the trunk and he begins to walk the wrong way.
Brendan, turn around.
Oh, God. He turns around, and as he turns around and walks, you can see that the back of his shirt is being pulled. It's not pulling him, but it is like something is tagging, trying to pull him in the other direction, and it's not working. Do you? Okay, so Ebony, what you see is someone is grabbing his shirt, and you can see that person has a noose tied tight around their neck that has since broken at the edge. And as they hold on, you can see that they have a second noose in their hand, and they're like just sort of absent-mindedly trying to put it on his head, trying to put it over his neck.
Grimal can use your spirit bane charm on that.
Right. Fuck off, ghost!
and wanders off into the woods as it like, oh, I don't like that, and walks away. And you see him, oh, okay. And he seems a little bit calmer. He's not as upset and sorrowful as he was just a moment ago. And as you guys begin to make your way back down the hill, Scarlet, you're just staring at these animals, and these animals are just staring at you. The dog sits, kind of looks at you a little bit, looks around, stands up, and begins to walk away. And as it turns, you can see what looks like a couple of bullet holes in its body as it starts trotting off. And the owl just kind of stares at you.
Not too much with the animal harm for me, please. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. And as the owl kind of looks at you, it twists around, looking kind of just all over, and then just and screeches and flies away because it's a screech owl. You thought I was going to say who, but it didn't. So the animals seem to have dispersed. You did the correct thing by not investigating and sending the cat. So you guys make your way back. As you are heading back to the cart, Sparrow, where are you? Front, back, center?
Driving.
Oh no, of the line leading back to the carriage.
Middle.
Middle? Okay. All right.
Actually, you know what? I would go last. Let all the others, like Grey Malkin and the guy with the go first.
Then as you are in the back, you can feel a presence behind you, and as you look, you can see the hill that you were just on, and silhouetted among this one single tree at the top of this hill are a lot of people, just silhouetted in the moonlight. You cannot make out faces, you cannot make out actual things, but you see people. Some, their heads are cocked to the side, some are sitting there, some seem to be raising their arms as if chanting something that you can't hear. And some begin to move towards you.
I will pull out my knife and yell, I will feed you to my horse.
What are you using for this? Sway?
Sure.
Consort, command?
I mean, I don't have...
Tune?
No. Let's see. I'll attune. Where'd my
Okay.
go? There it is.
Roll that saucy business.
And what's my condition?
Oh, this is
risk
desperate. This is desperate because some of them are beginning to move in for an attack. This
Gotcha.
is desperate, and it is also limited.
I got a 6.
Okay, good. You do see that you have stopped some of them in their tracks, and as they kind of look at your knife is almost glowing. And Ebony and you can see this, but I don't think anybody else can see that your knife is almost emanating this kind of cold blue light as you're pointing it at them, like almost like smoke coming off of it, like it's ice, like it's so cold that it's evaporating. And you can see that some of them stop, and some of them sort of, as they look at you, they almost force their bodies to move closer to you against their own will. You can see that others are beginning to hunch down low and fall through the grass as if you can't see them. They are in predatory mode. They are stalking for the kill, but they have slowed down considerably. They're not going to charge you. You do have time to get back to the carriage.
Gotcha. I will do this holding my knife out that way the whole time.
Okay, so you just, hey, as you back up. Grimal, can I imagine you're in the front fucking, get at it. Brendan, yes. Brendan is holding something that is important to him, obviously, and is affecting his emotions, and it is like ringing a dinner bell to these things. As he's walking, you see, Scarlet, those eyes that you saw...
I was muted on stream. Oops.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Scarlet, those eyes that you saw, you see a lot more, but they all seem to be about head height with people, like person head height, as they start to sprout up in the forest around you. You are beginning to attract the attention of what looks like more humanoid ghosts than anything else. And Grimalkin, that is what you're doing is perfect. You're keeping them.
Fuck.
You're keeping them from being able to smell more properly.
Yeah.
And you are all able to get to the carriage.
Go now.
You begin to go. As you go, Brendan hands Grimalkin, he hands you the trunk and goes, "Hold this, please, just keep it away from me for a second." And you see him close his eyes and he begins to listen, and he's kind of holding the side of the carriage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he seems to be counting the bumps on the road that your carriage is hitting and counting them. Turn right. Now, Sparrow, turning right doesn't make any sense. You turned right to get in here. If you turn right to get out of here,
Right.
Okay. You turn right. You follow Brendan's instructions. And as you turn right, you are back on the path to the exit. That made no sense. You should have been able to exit via left, but the forest has changed. So you make a right and you follow this path onward to the exit. The sounds recede as you get closer to the exit, almost as if whatever power this place has is sort of leaving as you leave. And you guys are able to exit the Mist Shore Park.
I give the chest back to Brendan.
He takes it and puts it. I've always hated that fucking place.
I can see why. Well, I know that we were going to take some share of this, but it seems pointless to do so.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is not for you. It's for me. This is for me and Blotch and Minnie.
Yes.
You know, I know it's fucked up how we met and all, and how you knocked out my boss, made a Pete himself, and he almost got me killed by the badgers, and I know that the one driving the carriage got my sister killed, but thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't know that I needed to see this until I saw it. I think I know what he was doing.
Is it worth sharing with your brother?
Yeah, he's a shithead. He's a fucking asshole, but yeah, I'll share it with him. He is every right.
Well, welcome to the crew.
I never thought I'd be in a crew again, but well, I owe you. So thanks. And he
Glad-
seems in pretty good spirits.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's what I do?
No,
No, that's not what I do. Yeah.
I want to make you feel good and steal our stuff. So, you guys are able to make it back. You have found what the message led to, which was simply a trunk of
Keepsakes.
memoirs. Yeah, little keepsakes, just little bits and baubles. It's like a bunch of trash, really, but not to him. It seems important to him. So,
All of this, and he could have just remembered.
you say that, but as Brennan is sort of cradling this trunk. But yeah.
It's things. It's stuff. I say to the rest of the group. I wouldn't say this in front of him.
Okay.
To people who had things at one time and memories attached to them, things matter. You did not grow up without things, I don't know that you would understand. Yes, I know it's privileged, but those things hold memories. That's important to some people.
Knives hold memories. That's all you need.
So I've learned.
Okay. So, we make it back to the bar. You guys have now completely fulfilled the job. So, shall we give you your rep and things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe you get a lot
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
because you did a lot. You all right? You all right, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm just dreading what's gonna happen. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's coming.
Great.
That good old heat. Running around and causing a bunch of shit in the city.
Hey,
Making my way
we
downtown.
that heat.
personally, I didn't.
That's right. You're right. But guess whose name is on everyone's lips right now? The Phantoms. All that disaster and the Phantoms got away. Well, they must have been the problem.
Oh, I meant to look up exactly how much heat we should have had.
1 billion. All of it.
No, I meant in the past. Because I think I got it wrong at some point. It's fine.
That's fine. So, let's give you guys some rep. Hey, you game. Give me the rep.
Yeah, I'm
Age-
looking too. That's
Yeah.
because we are 2 rep away from actually leveling up, but I can't remember what happens or how that happens.
So, I know how to level up your thing. So
Okay.
once you reach 12 rep, and that will be 11 rep for you because you have 1 turf. That minuses how much rep you need.
Yeah.
So once you 11 rep, you can spend to get to tier 2. You need to spend 16 coin, and then you can get to rank 2. You will be a tier 2 gang.
Well, wouldn't we have to be strong?
Oh, we'd have to move up to strong 1 first, yeah.
Okay, but you don't need to spend.
Coin on that?
No,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Well, that's why we look. It's like page 44.
Hold. On the faction ladder next to the tier number is a letter indicating the strength of each faction's hold. Hold represents how well a faction can maintain their current position on the ladder. W indicates weak hold. S indicates strong hold. Your crew begins at the strong hold at 0-2. So right now you have a weak hold at tier 1.
Oh, yeah, so
Development.
if your hold is strong, you can pay to increase your crew tier by 1. This costs
Yes.
coin. So we
But
gotta
your
go
hold
through
is
weak
not
and
strong.
strong. Yeah, but we do get a turf for leveling up, it looks like.
Oh, okay. You need 12 rep to fill the rep tracker on your crew sheet. When you fill the rep tracker, do one of the following. If your hold is weak, it now becomes strong and your rep goes back
Yep.
to 0. So that's what you're going to do with your rep is schwank it down to nothing, and now you guys are in a stronger position, as now people are respecting you more.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah.
The-
We don't
but
actually
this-
immediately acquire turf for it. It's just that turf marks. Never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah, turf takes away how much rep you need. So if you have 2 turf, you will only need 10 rep. but you have 1 turf, so you only need 11 rep.
All right, and how much are we getting off of this job?
So, the way that we beepity boop beep boop. Give me the rep, damn it. Give me the rep, you son of a bitch. Book. Goddamn thing. There are questions for it, but I'll tell you what. If I recall correctly, you get 2 rep just in general.
Yeah.
For doing a job. I believe you get up to 1 to 2 rep if the job was against people that were particularly harder than you.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely get the full 2 for that.
Yeah.
So that's 4 because you guys fought fucking everybody.
Gotcha, up to 4.
Up to 4. Does that bring you to 11?
Oh, that brings
that
us
puts us
2
one
into
past.
strong. Yeah.
Oh no, the rep doesn't carry over.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, okay.
No.
Then we are
You crush it and fill it, and that's why you wipe it. It says it goes back down to 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
But you guys really do accumulate it pretty fast, especially now you'll be taking jobs that are a little harder. Now that you're a little stronger, but you'll get it. But you can keep the money, save up the money for when you try to get to tier 2. You got to save up 16 coins. That's a lot of fucking money.
We've got a lot of coin in the vault.
Oh, then you're good to go. Then you're playing the long game.
We don't have. I mean, we currently have 4, 8, 11 in the vault, and I have like 8. I have 5.
Nice.
I have 5. So.
Well, and you have to liquidate if you're taking it out of stash, right?
Yeah. Which gives you 1 coin for every 2, I believe, off the top of my head. But yes. So if you have stuff in stash, because stash is for your retirement. If you start liquidating those assets, you don't get a very good return. So, which is why Siren gave you the thing instead of liquidating and paying off her debt. Fuck that. So yeah, so you guys are able to pay up to or get too strong. How do you make your position stronger? That's not part of the mechanic of the game, but I think it's interesting to know. Besides simply the mechanic of being stronger, how do you guys think?
I think I know the answer to that.
Go
Unless
ahead.
anyone else. I think it's the school for the blind, right? I think it's creating our own spy network.
I agree. I like that. You will be able to see threats coming a little bit more. It makes sense. You'll be able to plan more accordingly. I believe that is excellent. Now, I don't believe that the game has that the book has specific things for what these different claims. Some of the claims it does for like what they do. But when it comes to like, I like to I would want you guys to sort of, think, how would you use these spies? How would they aid you?
Right.
And
so I do have a question about that.
yes.
Would these count as informants on our turf tracker? Being that we are literally getting a new piece of turf, and right next to our layer is informants.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Extra die to gather info for scores.
And I think that makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Sweet.
They essentially give you more information.
Yep.
Good. That makes, I like it.
Yay.
Yeah. So,
Now, how do I add that? Do we do that? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. Got it.
so you guys are looking good, looking sharp. You are at strong with your tier. You collected a treasure chest from a spooky forest, and the night is yours. The downtime is yours. I will not start any entanglement. Oh, heat. Sorry, we didn't do heat. My
didn't have to do
apologies,
heat.
gang.
We're gonna get a 1 level team.
Can't forget heat.
I'm not sure if heat's correct or not.
Heat for this job?
No, in my brain, I might have messed up in the adding and subtracting. But it's cool. Is what it is.
For the love of beeswax, something is wrong with my iPad. I keep saving bookmarks, and then they keep disappearing on me. I had heat, rep, and all that shit on bookmarks, and now it's fucking gone. Anyway, I believe we were at a higher rep, right? Or a high heat before, and you guys were whittling it down.
Yeah, I was whittling it.
Sparrow was.
Okay, Sparrow was whittling down. I have an idea. So this was a big fucking job.
But I didn't do that last time.
That's right. And this was a payday job. And I'm just we can look at the rules later. Let's get kicking. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna fuck you a little bit. I'm gonna fuck you a little bit, and I'm gonna give you one wanted level. Now, I know that sounds scary, but it doesn't mean that the whole city's coming to rip your asshole open. It just means that the authorities are now officially annoyed at you and are like, okay, who the go fucking find the Phantoms. This is starting to piss me off. You know what I mean? Somebody, some investigator somewhere is fucking annoying. Now, this will bring its own entanglement, which I will deliver unto Grimmel. My only question to you, Grimalkin, is
Excellent.
Would you like to do a downtime action before or after I bring the entanglement to you?
Well, yes, I would like to do it. I'd like to do one before to reduce my stress a bit, if possible.
I think that's a very wise decision.
Excellent. All right. I will be rolling my not fortune. How do you roll the indulge vice? There?
Indulge vice.
I think it's its own.
Yeah,
button.
yes, I got it. So I'm just going to go hang out somewhere fancy in Brightstone and sip on some bourbon and brandy and nice things like that. We're listening to people play violin in their fancy clothes.
Just enjoy yourself.
Oh, good. Yeah, I lose too. Awesome. Sweet. Okay.
Nice. That's fine. That's great. Look at you. So, I will say you do get the vice done, and you are hanging out at that same place that you were hanging out before when you first met Duran Vance, the investigator. And as you are sitting there just, someone screeches a metal chair from across your table and sits down. And it is the kind of a stocky build of Duran Vance in his long coat as he sits there with his gloved hands. Grimalkin,
Inspector Vance.
it's a pleasure to see you again.
It's always lovely to see you. How's your little hobby?
It's doing all right. Listen, I think to myself, I owe you an apology, Grimalkin.
I highly doubt it, but please continue.
Oh no, I do. You see, I thought that you were just some two-bit piece of shit who goes around lying to people for money. It turns out you're not two-bit, you're a three-bit piece of shit who lies about people to get their money. So look at that. I've heard the name of a little crew called the Phantoms. And a slight description, now they don't know anybody's names, but a bit of a description of someone who I think looks a little bit like you. So I think to myself, I'll maybe pay my good old friend a visit and see what's going on. So, Grimalkin, you know what's going on?
Well, I have to correct you on 2 counts. First of all, as you know, my name is not Grimalkin. It's Reginald James Findlay, and of course, here's my paybook that shows who I am in reality. Your conspiracy theories about me and my slumming it somewhere in the deepest, darkest parts of this city is frankly ridiculous.
He takes the little book that you gave him. Is it like ID, basically?
It's my cover. It's a part of my cover identity. Yeah.
Okay. He takes your cover item. Oh, it's very nice. And he puts it in his pocket. So, I think you and I both know what's going on. In the city, with you, with me, all right. So, you know my secret. I know yours. So maybe, instead of me putting my thumb up your ass and making you talk the way I want you to talk, maybe instead we'll work together, like you were saying before.
I think I'll take this thumb up my ass.
Oh, you'd like my thumb up your ass, would you?
No, not particularly.
Well, okay. See, I was thinking that maybe you'd say no. And in case you were going to say no, well, do you see them over there, Grimalkin? And he points to what looks like about 5 blue coats just kind of hanging out at a corner. Now, those are my friends. My friends are very strong. They're very tough, lad.
They look incredibly strong, I'm sure. They're quite buff.
Exactly. And all I need to do is say, "Oi, I think I got me one of them Phantoms over here. Let's see if we can make him talk." And they come over here, they beat the ever-loving piss fuck out of you, and then you talk anyway. Or you don't, and you get the piss fuck beaten out of you.
Really? That's all? I just have to get beaten up?
Well,
and that gets me out of this?
He'll get you out of it. He'll get you out of it today.
Bring on the blue coats, my friend.
Grimalkin, you don't seem that fucking stupid. So here's what I'm going to say to you. You can always say no, but I still need information on the gang bosses. I still need information on Crowsfoot and the scum that runs it. And you, well, you look like a well-informed lad. In fact, I know you are, learning about me and such. So here's what I'll propose to you. The city's looking for you, crew. Maybe, if I have a little bit of information, I can make the city look for you a little bit less. So essentially, mechanically, what I'm saying to you, Throck, is if you give him information, hold on. So what it's called is snitch, and if you snitch to Vance, you get immediately -1 additional heat on top.
One moment.
Yes.
Strider's just said, with this cheer, I wish to pause Grimalkin's thing. Everybody else do their own downtime thing, and then come into Grimalkin's thing to fight the Bluecoats. I don't know what the plan is there, but that's a thing.
Well, we'll see if Grimalkin says no, because and you can have your crew be ready to fight the Bluecoats. But you are wanted. But whatever. Then we can have fun in jail. I don't care. We'll do what we do. So what you'll do is you'll roll to reduce heat using whichever roll you decide, and you get 1 extra for snitching to Duran Vance. You just get 1 automatically.
So I'm a pretty convincing liar.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I just lie to him?
You can absolutely do that. Snitching, in general, if you choose the snitch action, you can tell him the truth, or you can tell him a lie.
Snitching is going to fuck us with people who will fuck us harder than the Bluecoats. I would imagine. Will you tell me if my
sword?
Yeah, you tell me if my
sword.
thinking is wrong. If I snitch, it won't be the Bluecoats on us. It'll be the Billhooks and the Red Sashes and the everyone else who we have to live and work with on a daily basis.
Not immediately. So essentially, what he can do is I wrote not terribly heavy backlash underneath it, because you're only getting -1 heat. That wouldn't be worth it. In order to actively be aggressive, the second option is you do a job for Vance, remove all your heat. But in order to do that, you are giving him a lieutenant of one of the gangs.
I have blackmail on him.
Yeah.
I would like to make him a counter-proposal. Look, I think it's incredibly cute that you tried to come here and put your foot down on me, attempting to get me to snitch on people I don't even know. But I have a secret, and you are pushing your luck. If you would like us to stay off your map for a little while, perhaps I can arrange that. But snitching on my own people, should I be affiliated with them, is far more dangerous to me than telling you where my horse shits.
Well, I was hoping you and I could come to some sort of agreement so that we could both progress. When I see that we're at an impasse. That's a shame. That is a real shame.
I would like to, being a spider.
Yes.
And I know we're not in a scene. But being a spider and being aware that we have some heat on us and knowing that I have a particular persnickety. Yes. You're looking at chat?
Yes. I didn't get what you were saying. I thought you were
sorry.
yelling at me to tell me to do something, but
they were yelling to do a thing, to throw a wrench in our thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And feel free to
we
wrench
can make
me.
this real chaotic. Let's let Grimalkin have his moment first.
Yeah.
I want to see how you react to what he's doing, and then go ahead and have some fun in a minute.
All right. So here's my deal, right? Like, I know that we have heat on us. I know that there is a particular inspector who doesn't like me very much, who may attempt to use that to his advantage. I would not go anywhere unprepared, being that I am a person who thinks all these things through.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have written into this scene an escape plan.
Absolutely. I think that's a very... Now, you know this area. You know this area very well. This is where you spend a lot of your time. I think it makes absolute sense that you would know the best way to take advantage of this area. He probably doesn't spend a whole lot of time in Brightstone. He's coming here because you're here.
Yeah. So the musician gave us a stock of smoke grenades and flashbangs, right, before he left.
Sure. Yep.
I would like to have one of each with me,
Okay.
so that when things possibly start to go down, I can just drop the smoke grenade. And I'm sitting near a window, and I made sure before I sat down that it was unlocked. And as the smoke goes, I just slip out of it and I start running.
You just fucking bail.
Yeah.
You fucking bail.
Yep.
Okay, so I love it. I love it. Just be warned. Be aware that 1,000 bits have been placed. Roiling chaos.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm all about it. Like, this is my plan. Feel free to fuck with it.
So I will indeed. But I love it. I do love the plan, and you're going to be able to do it. So here's how it's going to work. I for some reason I imagined the cafe that you were sitting on a street corner and that you were outside, but that's why I said he pointed to blue coats. But instead, let's say he pointed to the blue coats down on the street.
Imagine. So my conception of the scene is that it's a gentleman's club, right?
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Right, because it's someplace where I can sit in a plush chair, listen to fancy people doing fancy things, like with violins and whatnot, and being fed, eel or something, right? Well, sipping on a very nice thing in a very red, plush, leather-bound room.
Someone feeding you?
Well, why wouldn't there? I mean, there's somebody coming around with, like, hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
Feed me.
Feed me while I lounge on the chaise.
I love it. Okay.
And I'll take the stress for rewriting that scene as well, because why not? Why not?
Absolutely, I love it. So here's what's gonna happen. Due to the roiling chaos, your plan. You have everything ready to roll. I won't make you roll for escaping him.
Okay.
What do you want to say to him just before you do it?
It's always a pleasure talking with you. Why don't you enjoy the cigars? They have a wonderful smoke about them. And then I drop the smoke grenade and slip out the window.
So as you boom, I'm gonna say it was probably just under your boot, and you crushed it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what the motherfucker? As you and hop out the window, smoke spewing out. You hear someone scream, fire! Because there's a shit ton of smoke all of a sudden. People start screaming upstairs. As you hop out the window and start like taking the line down, I'm gonna say you were on the second floor.
Whatever you like.
Sure. As you go down, you go to the first floor window. The first floor window is open, and you feel two strong arms grab you and yank you inside. They aren't continuing to hold you, but they slam you to the ground. As you hit the ground, you stand up and you see what looks like two blue coats, and they go, "He thought you'd try something a little funny, you slippery little rat!" Boom! And you see one of them get slammed in the head with a bottle. This gentleman's club in Brightstone. He gets bashed in the head with a bottle and hits the ground. He goes, "Oi!" And this is a blue coat, and one of the other blue coats goes, "What the fuck?" and turns around, and you see what appears to be a large gentleman, a very big man in a very nice vest, very nice clothes, huge caramel molded head that he has, his beautiful caramel skin glistening in the light of the gentleman's club, and his smooth bald head shining right above it. This man is none other than Dane the Brick Johnson, who is a freelancer in the city. And he looks at you, he looks at them, and he goes, "Is that one of the phantoms?" And the blue coats look at him. "We saw him first." And he goes,
I pull out one of the blue coat service revolvers as he's lying on the ground.
Okay. And there are 2 shots, just like everybody else. They have 2 shots.
Yeah. And then I take out my little 2-shot pistol in the other. Yeah. And I'm like,
the blue coat takes out his and doesn't know whether to point it at you or Brick. Brick has nothing except a champagne bottle, and he continues to walk. And he goes, "Put that shit down." And as he walks,
I fire at him.
You shoot him?
Fuck yes. Yeah.
Okay,
why would I? Oh, what the fuck is even happening? Yeah, of course I shoot him.
Panicking. Yeah. Roiling chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be skirmish.
Go ahead.
Risky or desperate or something?
I would say desperate standard.
Desperate, okay. Standard. And I will take
A devil's bargain.
I will think about a devil's bargain.
You will be hurt.
Yes.
Okay, you want to take that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm using a reroll. I've got it. I'm using it. Fuck that noise.
Oh, man. You didn't want to let me have fun? Okay, do it up.
Well, let's let the dice roll. You may still get to have fun. I got a 4.
So you take one and go boom and shoot him. You shoot him in the shoulder and he goes, hey, and throws the champagne bottle. It bashes you in the face. You're like, fuck.
Fuck!
The blue coat grabs your other hand with your revolver, and he goes to put his revolver on you. His hand gets grabbed by Brick, and you see him get pulled back, and he goes, I need him alive. And he's like, ah! As he looks, does anyone else want to enter the scene? As you can see, there is a bunch of blue coats heading towards the building. Do anybody else want to be in this?
No, thank you.
I'll go ahead and, yeah, you know what? I'll do it.
How do you want to help?
They're all entering the building, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to kill anybody, I promise.
I was going to say, maybe don't start murdering because that's not good.
And by the way, my intention was to shoot at Brick, not the cops.
You hit Brick, yeah.
Okay. Did I take a wound?
Shoulder, and he went, hey, and threw a champagne bottle at your face.
Okay. And did I take, really quick, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I take a harm from that?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Just one. I'm just going to give you one. It's like, mother.
Face cuts. Okay.
Yeah, like your face has little cuts on it, and that's it. You get a little bruise on your forehead. Oh, probably a big bruise on your forehead.
Yeah. Oh, fucker!
As it just bashed. You're covered in champagne. Scarlett, what are you doing?
Do I need to do a flashback for this, or?
No, you could just be in the scene, but if you want to describe to us how you're in the scene.
Okay, so essentially Scarlett's been doing her thing, just hanging out from afar on top of a building, trying to make sure that, she's seen the blue coat. She's keeping an eye on what's going on through her scope in the window. Mm-hmm. Things look to be going bad. Sees the blue coats going in. I want to go ahead and use my sharpshooter ability, not to shoot anyone, but to just essentially do a rapid fire in a uncrowded area to draw them away.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to say this is controlled, and I'm going to say that this is great because the plan that you're doing is good, and no one knows that you're there yet. So you're still calm and in your element. No one has found you. Go ahead and start you're making a big distraction, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go right ahead.
And you said controlled?
Controlled, great.
Okay.
Because and you're using the ability. Come on, that's all. Oh, wait,
yeah,
ability.
With the ability, I believe I push myself, and it says basically like 1 extra dice plus 1 effect, etc.
Oh, to suppress the enemy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and get an extra die on it because you're using your ability.
That's a 6.
Awesome. So how do you have an idea of how you are distracting them?
She's just going to take her rifle out and just rapid fire into an area that looks, there's no people, there's no...
Okay.
Basically just to make them think there's something crazy going on over here.
You scope them all in, and then you change where you're aiming because you don't want to hit them. And instead you aim for an area that seems to have like some, it looks like they're doing some repairs on the side of a building. There is some scaffolding and a bunch of equipment, and there's no like repairmen or anything on it. And you start boom, 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 and you start firing at that. You see them like, what the fuck? And as you start firing, they start heading over to that area to be like, what's going on? What's going on? And you hear a horrible loud and what they don't know is that you shot out a bunch of the supports for the scaffolding, and the scaffolding tips, and they, oh shit, as they just run it, boom, just like crushes and smashes, throwing up a ton of dust and like concrete powder or whatever all over the fucking place, as it's just a huge cloud of dust sort of spilling out. Grimalkin, there's a huge cloud of dust over there.
Yes, I would like to take advantage of that because I would imagine everyone goes, right?
And yeah, boom! They're like, what? Yeah.
And then while everyone's doing that, the direction they're looking, I'm going to chuck that flashbang just like against the wall in the direction that they're looking, look in the other direction, blind them, and use that cloud of dust to try and get out.
Awesome. I love it. Do it up. That's probably skirmish, I would assume.
I would think that's skirmish. Yeah, I don't have my reroll anymore.
Do it and get 1 extra die because Kay just made a huge distraction on the enemy.
Hails to the yes.
and
Thank
is
you,
suppressing the
Kay.
enemy.
All right. What is my effect? Position.
Desperate? Great.
Sure, absolutely. Desperate, great. So it's only limited for me because I'm wounded.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's standard for me because I'm wounded.
Standard. Yeah. It wouldn't be limited. Yeah.
Yeah. And I get an extra die. Okay.
Mhm.
Submit. I got a 5.
Awesome. So you and you throw it. You see that there were 2 other blue coats that were coming into the back door,
Yeah.
and they see what's going on. They hear the blast. They look. So 3 blue coats, and Dane the Brick Johnson look, and you just and throw a flashbang and cover your own eyes.
Yeah.
as it and they're like,
And then I just leap out the fucking window. I don't even care if I get another wound. I'm out.
No. I'm gonna say you jumped through the window. It was already open because the blue coats used it. As you jump out, you kind of jump through the smoke. Now it was a mixed success because it was a 5. So you hit the ground and you're able to get back up. And as you look behind you, you see Dane leap out the window and just you see one eye open, and he goes and points, and you're like, Jesus! And he just and starts hauling ass after you. He can move fast for such a big guy.
Yeah. As I'm moving, I'm actively changing my face shape and discarding clothes.
I love that. I love the rush change that Grimalkin does. So, do you run into the smoke cloud?
100%, absolutely. I need as much visual. Yeah, and then and I'll stoop myself. I probably have some quick powder that I can gray my hair with. I'll maybe my coat's reversible, and I just flip it inside out. My walking cane, we'll say it has I have a screw-on handle for it in my pocket that I just screw on, and it becomes an old person's handled walking cane. And then I get a stoop, and then I put some stuff in here to look a little extra jowly, and then I
Awesome. And the smoke covers you from all of this. And as you exit the other side of the smoke, a completely different person, or rather, we see Dane exit as the smoke kind of billowing around him as he looks around, and he just sees what you've just described, kind of in an alleyway. I assume you just sort of slowly.
Well, there's a big commotion, so whichever way everyone else is running, there's an old man hobbling in that direction as well.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So you can feel a large hand rest gently on your shoulder, and you hear, "Excuse me," and you turn to see him, and he goes,
Yes.
"I'm looking for a well-dressed man. I believe he just ran through here. Did you happen to see anybody?"
I saw somebody running through the alley over there. He ran into me and nearly knocked me over, the young bastard.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Well, and he looks around at all the blue coats and all the. Let me help you get over there.
Thank you.
He starts helping you instead of chasing down his car. And he goes, "Come on."
Thank you.
So you are helped to the other side by Dane, and then he lets you go, and then you see as the blue coats are like, "Oh," and point at him. He's like, "Oh, I have to go. You have a nice day, all right?"
Good luck.
"Thank you." And you see him hold his shoulder as you see blood coming out the back from being shot in the shoulder. He's like, "Ow, fuck."
That stung a bit. Yeah.
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
So, roiling chaos complete. That turned that downtime activity into a nightmare.
Yes, it did.
But you were able to escape it only with a little bit of harm and some help from Scarlet. So I assume you are not going to take the deal.
Fuck no! Fuck
Okay.
the police!
So that's fine. Then you do know that they are looking for you.
We will find another way to get rid of our heat.
Well, Sparrow will. Just let Sparrow do it. Let's jump to somebody else, actually. Let's say eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sparrow. We've just mentioned you.
All right. Sparrow goes to the circus.
Okay. You're gonna relieve some stress?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
go have fun with Tang.
Tang.
He shows you how to throw some knives.
What'd I get? 3!
Did you want to spend a coin to try to do it again? Because you were at 9.
Yeah, she's gonna burn a coin. and spend another.
Burn your money. Burn your money. Burn your money, kids. If anyone's listening at home, burn your money.
6.
Nice. And that
Cleared.
means all stress is gone. Well done.
And
I
if you
will
don't
work
want
my
to burn
best.
your money, just send it to me. It is September. All of our subs are half off.
That's true.
And actually, that'll just be both of.
You just want to do that for your downtime?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let the other ones handle the heat. Fuck them.
There's only so many things she can steal or people she can hide.
I will say, bada bing, K.
Sorry, Das Boot called.
I chose you specifically because you were.
All right.
I want to save crystals for last.
I am going to go ahead. It takes a downtime to heal, right?
Yes.
So gonna go ahead and do that thing.
All right. How are you healing? Are you toughing it out?
I mean, really, she just got bruised and stuff. I mean, sore. So
You're good. You're good.
yeah, thrown from through a wall. It's fine.
We'll just say that you drink and go ow a lot, and you're good.
I drank my pain away.
Yeah.
That's the solution.
Just go ahead and get rid of that harm.
Okay, cool.
I like to hurt you guys, and I don't want it to take forever to heal from these things.
The other thing I think I want to do is, even though I know we should get rid of heat, but I'm a terrible person and selfish because Scarlet has priorities, try to progress the Lacrimose clock.
Go right ahead.
Basically, she's gonna try to... I think she's gonna try to just scope out the orphanage and actually try to follow one until she loses track.
I
If
love
possible.
I like that very much. Go right ahead and do that.
Okie dokie.
And tell me how many you fill, and we'll determine what you see. Five. I believe that's 3 portions of the clock,
Is it?
if I'm not mistaken. Or I think that's 2 portions of the clock. Fill in 2 portions of that clock. Actually, I will do it because I can do it. Haha. Bing bong. Okay, so what you were following one of the Lacrimose robed figures, correct? One of the cultists.
Mm-hmm.
As you follow them through the streets of Duskfall, they keep to alleyways, wander, meander. You can't tell where they're headed because their route is so sort of distorted and strange. They keep making turns, twists, almost how like the informants and spies work their network. This person obviously knows the city very well and is using it to their advantage, but they're not taking any of the underground tunnels. Maybe because they don't want to fight ghosts, or maybe because they don't know it. Who knows? But you're following them through the alleyways. As you do, you feel, I don't know, there's something uneasy about this situation. You are familiar with this. Something doesn't seem right. This seems too easy. And I will say that as you walk, you hear something scuffle on one of the rooftops above you, knocking down a little bit of like dirt and, debris.
I want to go ahead and try to figure out what's coming on from up there.
So you wanna like
At least basically just try to spot it, see what it is, and then determine if I'm going to follow it from there.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Everybody froze. I cannot see you. Okay, you're back.
Hello.
You want to look and spot them?
Basically spot them, see if I can like either recognize them or get like just a general read on them, what they're doing.
Okay, not a problem.
So I would say like a study. Just try to like get their motives and.
Let's see from this glance, how much can you like before they back away from you? Go ahead. I like that.
Just standard control, right?
Risky standard.
Risky standard. All right.
Because you're following someone right now, and okay. So as you look up, you see this is definitely a figure in a hood, long coat, not black, dark brown, dirty. It looks like they were leaning over and they had their hand on the edge of the building and they pulled their hand back. It looks like maybe they were missing a few fingers. Something was wrong with their hand. And as you see, they quickly, as soon as they saw you, they kind of, whoa, and they backed away. So you know that they were looking at you. And as they backed away, the moonlight caught a glimpse of their face. Smooth, maybe bald, and wearing some sort of goggles on their eyes. Some sort of big goggle, like big bulby goggles. They kind of remind you of what Sparrow wears for like night vision, but they're more like rounded than, circular. And back up. Weird. Somebody missing some fingers, someone who's bald, smooth face, dirty brown coat, not a lachrymose, not one of the lachrymose. They wear nice black robes. You don't know. It's strange.
Taking that as a sign, she's gonna back off, obviously. Just, okay.
As we see you turn, Scarlet, and the lachrymose you were chasing is gone, and you and kind of abandoned anyway. And as we see Scarlet make her way back to the city, we see the rooftop and a hooded figure in a dirty brown coat sort of wandering to the edge of the building and watching Scarlet as she makes her way through the alleyways. Scarlet, when you return to your room at the bar, probably popping open a drink of some sort, you probably sit on your bed, look over, and your boots are sitting right there by the window. The boots that you had lost in a dirty junkyard warehouse in the middle of Dunslow, where you found a man severed in half and some man sifting through the trash, or some person sifting through the trash. There were booby traps and tripwires in that warehouse. I don't know if you remember, but you were taking the blotch through there. Someone has returned your boots to you. They look cleaned.
Okay.
No me gusta.
Really, I guess the only thing she's really just gonna do is just look out, check the area, see if she can find anyone hiding anything out the window.
I will say you can roll something to find a clue or something if you want to do that. You're not going to find any person. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You want to investigate the area. We don't have
survey. Survey's really the closest you can get to investigate.
Survey or study or hunt to find prints or whatever the hell.
Controlled standard?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not terrible.
So you don't find anything immediately that leads you to anything, but what you do notice is that there is a hair that was left on the outside as you kind of looked around to see if someone scaled the wall with a grapple hook or something. You find what looks to be some sort of hair that is on the side of your windowsill. When you go to touch it, it's sort of like rigid and long. And it's fatter on the end than it is on the point, almost like how a quill looks, like a spine or something. But it's not sharp or anything. It's weird hair. You touch it and it's doing. It's pointy at the end, and it's kind of sticking. It sticks to the windowsill a little bit. You kind of have to pull it off. When you look at it, it's covered in a billion little tiny hairs. It's fucking weird. You don't know what the hell this thing is. It doesn't look like you don't know if it's part of equipment or some kind of animal. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. You've probably never seen anything like this. And that's it. So you are left to your thoughts.
Cool.
Okay. And Crystal, what is Evany doing in her downtime?
Well, I have a few things I need to do.
Yes.
So, the first thing I need to do is indulge my vice, because I'm a little stressed.
Do it up. And how 5.
Perfect. That gets rid of all of them.
Nice. Now, do you revisit the old dock worker that you worked at, who only gave you a 3 before, I believe, or 2 or 3? No, we said X-nay to him, right? We're going for somebody better. Is that the idea?
Yeah, she's going to sit and drink.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, I didn't know if you changed your vice over or not. Okay, so drinking is still a viable. Both. Okay, I love it. All right, so then you just chill and fucking drink. Awesome. Perfect. And then what is your other downtime activity?
Next thing I want to do is I need to finish my card research.
Okay.
So I need to talk to Chuck.
Excellent. I'll say while you can probably do these things at the same time, while you're drinking. And then Chuck pops out and he goes, oh, what are we drinking? And he goes and reaches for the drink.
You can't drink it anyway.
The hell I can. I sure as hell can try.
It goes right through you.
And it does fall right through him. And he goes, shit. I'll figure out how. Somehow I'll combine it with my body. All right. We gonna work on these cards or what?
Yes.
Let's do it. So, you go ahead and roll. I would assume it would be a tune.
Yep.
Because that is your strongest. Or, yeah, because this is for your project, right? And you are very close. You are 2 away. So if you get anything except like a 1, I'm pretty sure you're good. A 1 or a 2. Well, my goodness.
I got a crit.
You did get a crit. That is a lot of fucking dice you roll for your attune. That is frightening. All right, holy shit. Okay, we got to give you like some Kamehamehas or something. So you finish the cards. Now, I had sent you the information on them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm looking at right now.
Okay, all right. If you have any questions, let me know. And if there's something that's not in there, let me know, and we can fix it right now. But as you finish it, what... I know what Chuck's going to do and say, but the immediate, like, what emotion, what feeling would wash over Ebony now that she connects to these very powerful, this powerful, like, artifact?
It's power.
Ooh, I like that. All right. I think that makes a lot of sense based on Tubuck Chuck's experience with them. And as you kind of experience it, he's sitting there across from me looking, and he goes, feels good, don't it?
It does.
Well, there's one more step. Ebony, in order to use these cards and take them upon yourself and use them as you will the way I did, do you accept them?
I do.
And he extends his hand.
I will shake his hand.
You shake his hand. As you do, you feel a sort of force, like kind of wash. It was not negative or hurtful. It's just, and he goes, they're yours now. And he lets go. Well, I got to tell you, I didn't think you had it in you. And he goes over to get him to like mess with the drinks. And he pours himself a drink as he's speaking to you. And he goes, I first looked at you and I just thought, well, look at that. Got me a weird-eyed Takarosi what got my cards. And I thought she ain't gonna never learn them. She ain't got no gumption. She ain't got no discipline. I thought you were just a girl chasing your pleasures. But you're more than that, ain't you?
No.
Yeah, you clever. Clever and you got potential. Shit, if I had a crew of you, goddamn, it would be mine. Well, can't always get what we want, can we? He kind of rests his hand, and it looks like he's resting his hand on like a shelf or something, but there's nothing there. Like he's like in midair. And he goes, well, here's to you, Takarosi. And he downs it, it falls on the floor, and he goes, ah, and he throws the glass to the ground because he's awful. And he grabs whatever it was he was resting his hand on, and he just sort of makes a motion and like spreads his arms out and goes, well, I'll see you around. And he backs up, he swings his arm, and he's gone. He disappears. There's no more thread leading him to those cards. He has vanished. And it looked like that he might have opened a door and shut it. And as that door shuts, you are just kind of getting up, like, what the fuck? And you hear what sounds like Chud downstairs. Go, huh, and you hear a glass shatter.
I will go downstairs.
As you open the door to the apartment that leads to the rest, that has you put the seal right on the door of the apartment, correct? Not the whole bar?
Yes.
As you break that threshold, you feel something terrible. You feel as though the air is sick and vile. You feel as you take a step out, the bones in your foot hurt. As you walk further out, the bones in your body hurt. It feels
I'm going to back into the apartment.
You back up, and do you shut the door?
Yeah.
You shut the door. There's no sound coming from downstairs. You don't know what that is. You have never felt something like that before, except in the presence of her parents. I think you know the her that I'm speaking of. Not her herself. She was never...
Uh-huh.
But her parents gave off auras. Not like this, though. This is potent. There is something downstairs. And you feel the cards heat up.
Oh, good. That's fun. All right. I will go downstairs.
You could wait for it to leave, or you could go downstairs.
I could, but...
Or you could run out the window. Okay. So, you open the door again, that same feeling. A little less, but you figure that's not because you were adjusting to it.
No.
That may be because someone turned it down a little.
Yeah.
As you begin to walk out, these steps hurt you. It's as if your bones, not all the time, but every once in a while as you step, you're like, ah, like you just hurt something inside of you, like a bone twisted. And as you walk down, but you're not hurt, you're not harmed. And as you walk down, you eventually see what appears to be Chud, and he is standing there with his head down, and he is kind of cupping his hand, just staring down. He's still behind the bar. And so there is an empty glass sitting on the bar, and somebody in a black coat and a wide brim black hat go exiting out of the bar as they open the door and then shut it behind them. And as that door shuts behind them, the sensation leaves the bar. You feel instantly better. And Chud is just standing there staring down.
Chud, are you all right?
And you see his right hand, all of his fingers have been snapped, like sideways. They are all twisted and mangled. His fingers are broken in sort of crooked directions. And he just... I think I need a lie down, ma'am.
Yes, you should. There's a back room. Go lie down.
All right. And he seems in shock. I'm not sure what information you can get out of him right now. There is only simply the glass sitting on the bar. The rest of the bar is empty.
Would that person have gotten far?
They just left.
I'm going to go after them.
You open the door. Empty street. They would be either down there by the end of the street. You could see them in the lights that cascade across. They'd be to the right or they'd be to the left. They're just not there.
Oh. Huh. Okay. I will go back upstairs.
Okay. So you go, fuck that noise. And you begin to go upstairs. As you start walking, you see Chud laying on like a small sort of couch or bench. And he goes, he asked for you, ma'am.
He did.
And he kind of turns his head. He is sweating. He is pale. And he goes, He said his name was the Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man. All right. Did he say anything else?
Just said he'd be in touch.
Lovely. All right. Thank you, Chud.
Waves goodbye. So, you go back up to your room and I would assume drink a little more, probably.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, you guys have done your downtime activities, and it is just in time for break.
So I have one question to ask before we go to break. Am I allowed to spend a coin on additional downtime activities?
All of you can. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have more I want to do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Crush it.
Cool. But yeah, we can do break now. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell us on the break. I'll tell you on the break.
Okay.
Life. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back after these messages.
Mention Roll20.
Is it in the movie, or you want me to mention
in the
Roll20?
movie. There's a reason I put it.
movie,
I
Kevin.
put it in the movie. I literally
Jesus.
made messages. Yeah.
Genius Christmas.
God.
Guy.
So you killed my cutoff, which was we'll be right back after these messages. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, and welcome back to Blades in the Dark. My friends, last we left off, our fun little Blades crew was doing some downtime activities and getting into some shenanigans. Grimulkin did nothing wrong, and a bunch of bad guys did a bunch of bad stuff at him. There was a lot of smoke, and he narrowly escaped both the Bluecoats and Dane the Brick Johnson in a cloud of smoke caused by our friendly neighborhood sniper woman, Scarlet. just fucking unloaded.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, by the way.
That was
Well done.
awesome. And Sparrow went to hang out with O'Malley, with Tang O'Malley, not the other O'Malley, not Psycho Billy, not super into him, but his brother. Pretty cool. And Ebony was able to have a very brief chat with the spirit of Two Buck Chuck as he helped you finish reading the cards. Upon reading those cards and finishing, he shook your hand, you felt a bit of power, and he was freed from the cards and just bamfed out of a door that was invisible. And you felt a terrible presence in the bar below. Upon investigating, you found your awesome, very smart bartender, Chud, with all of his fingers mangled, twisted, and crooked and broken. A man just exiting the bar. Chud revealed this man to be someone who called himself the Crooked Man and said that he would be in touch with you. Scarlet, you healed yourself. You hunted for the Lachrymose and found that you were being followed by someone. And you lost track of the Lachrymose, but you are increasing the clock to find them and figure out what they're all about. But when you returned to your apartment, you found your boots cleaned just on the side of a window to the apartment of the bar. And you found some strange hair-like thing left over that was sort of sticky and sticking to the windowsill itself.
I'm going to call it the Harry Quill.
Call it the Harry Quill. That's fine. And just so you are aware, the rest of the crew does not know about this if you do not want them to know about it. It happened while you were there and alone. So it's up to you. Okay. And I believe we're back. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to do? Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 coin to execute 3 downtime activities because I am fucked up.
Okay.
All right. So first one's super easy. I'm going to rest and heal my rank 1 wound. Second one.
Sit there with some ice.
Second one. So these should all be really quick, actually. Second one is I'm going to indulge my vice. And I'm going to go to a different club and hope for something better.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey! Awesome.
Nice.
All right. And then last but not least, because we really need it, I want to finish our Elite Rooks clock with my last downtime activity.
The Rooks are the fighters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do it up.
What do I roll for that again?
Is
it just a skill of my choice?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. We only need 2 dots on it. Submit.
No,
submit.
Kevin
got
shook
6.
his head a little bit. Was that no?
Okay.
No, I wasn't indicating anything.
Okay.
Excellent. So, you now have the availability to have Elite Rooks follow you.
And these would be led by Bill and Kyle. That was the intent here.
Bill, Kyle, I would say that Brendan can be one of these.
Nice.
He's
Yep.
Crow. He was an ex-Crow. Bill and Kyle are just some town toughs.
Yep.
But they all know how to fight. All of them know how to scrap. You saw Brendan in a hairy situation, but with some confidence in him, he's actually pretty good. He holds up against Kyle and them when they spar with each other. So you have those 3, and like any, I don't know, if you, like,
2 or 3 more. Yeah, they're just like our fighty guys.
Yeah. I think it's cool though if you guys collect people along the way. I like how Grimalkin has been doing that. I think, and that gives them a name and a little bit of history. So if you wanted to, we could say that you had like, some of them are faceless, but if you find anybody else along the way who you want to make like legit, just and you can just keep like taking from the best.
Right on. I am marking all of them as Rooks on my character sheet too.
That's cool. I like that. They are your pawns essentially. You can send them wherever you want.
Yep.
Well, they're your Rooks, but
So now I've got Skulks and Rooks.
look at you.
I know.
And you have a network of blind spies
And I have a network of blind spies.
who blend in excellently to the city.
Yes.
So, was that it?
That is it for me. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I need to heal.
Okay, spend because you viced and then you pursued a clock, so spend a coin and heal your owie from the spooky forest.
Yowie, owie.
Your mental owie,
Yeah.
because that seems to be referring to you.
I don't know why, but that was incredibly cute.
So thank you. So what you're gonna do is just make sure that you mark off that coin. And anything else? You can do, Kevin, you can do it if you want to. Go ahead, have fun. This is your game.
I don't know. I don't have anything I want or like.
Do you have do you have anybody that you'd want information on? He knows everybody. He knows all the gangs.
Not that I want to talk about.
Meh.
Okay.
She's just. This was a rough job on her, and she wants nothing more than to just disappear for a little bit and indulge her vice.
Do you want to do that?
That's what she did.
Okay. Well then, fine.
Yeah.
And probably talk about anything but what happened. I would assume. Yeah, just bury that deep down inside. That's the Sparrow way.
Yep.
Bury it deep in there. Force that smile. The Marge Simpson method. So,
Put it in a box. Put that box in a hole.
bury the box, cover it in lava. So, you guys, is there anything else? How do you guys want to proceed now? You all have experienced different things. You guys can talk about it if you want, or not at all, and keep that shit to yourself. It's up to you.
I don't really want to talk about it. Personally.
I will let them know that I have someone who will be coming to see me at some point.
Chud looks over nervously with a bandaged hand that is completely useless.
Chud will make sure that you're not here for that.
Who, what, and why?
Well, you see, these cards of mine,
Yes.
they sort of come with an attachment. He apparently goes by the Crooked Man, and he. Frankly, it would probably be better if none of you were here for that.
Yes.
If I may, what are you in for?
Well, the impression I got from what little I could feel reminds me of an old friend's parents. Not human.
Oh, yes. Well, are you going to be safe when this person comes around, or we have to worry about protecting you in some way?
I can protect myself.
Of course, of course.
I'll be all right.
All right.
Let me know if you need me.
Thank you.
Speaking of people who may know where some of us are, apparently someone knows where I am.
Well,
What do you mean?
Okay, so fucking bear traps. I lost my boot in that last job and took the other one off so I could keep running. And
You mean those bits?
yes, those boots, they were returned and cleaned.
Returned where?
To my room.
To our warded room?
Don't ask me how.
What?
Well, there's like 4. Never mind.
One, I feel like we might need to find a new place.
Or I need to increase our wards.
The first one better.
Yes, well, we do have a whole school now.
That could provide decent cover.
Indeed.
I am not teaching anyone shit.
No, you don't have to. You don't even have to pretend to be anything. So, if I would imagine this place has dormitory, places for teachers to sleep because it's Victorian-esque, and so everyone kind of is on the grounds. Yes.
So the way that it's made is it was made to also house these people who maybe had been given up by their parents, or
Yes.
maybe they were living destitute because they're blind and couldn't find a job. So it was kind of also a home to a lot of these people.
Yes.
Almost all.
And I was reminded in chat, thank you, Michelle, that we also have the deed to that restaurant.
Yes, you do.
We don't want to be seen going in and out of Brightstone that much.
Well,
That's my thought.
fair. All
A
right.
school, we could at least pretend
Wait.
as if we're teachers.
I've forgotten where the school is.
School's in Crowsfoot,
Okay,
Yes.
so fine
Yes.
with that.
I believe.
No, it was
Was it Char Hollow?
I believe it was Char Hall, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. Because that's a bit of a nicer part of town.
Yes.
It's still very poor, but it doesn't have as much. There's like almost no crime in it.
So, sounds like we need to pack up and move. Because
Oh, good. We're moving. That's not stressful
I mean, we
at
can
all.
still hang out here. This is still part of our territory.
I can grab my bag and be ready in 5 minutes.
Ebony, I think you just want to keep drinking on your own time, but that's fine. Yeah, let's get out here.
Am I being called out right now?
We all have our vices. No one should judge.
No, I'm not judging at all. I'm just saying that it's easier to, grab a drink at the bar in the middle of the night when the bar is right underneath you.
Well, yes. That was sort of one of the perks of moving in here.
Well, we don't all have to live in the same damn place.
Now, that is also true.
True.
But someone also knows where you live. Or at least spend a lot of time.
For this thing, I don't think it would matter where I was, honestly.
Better to have it here than among children.
I was thinking about that as well.
If you don't want to move, don't move. I can live in
Yes.
both places. I don't really live anywhere.
Yes, it sounds like it would be good for us to have residences in both.
Here, we're pretty well hidden. Well, we were.
Mm.
And we have access to tunnels, but
Yes. Although, I will say, if the mines made their way into the building, there are tunnels somewhere underneath the school as well. So, plan. I will, for the time being, move full-time into the school.
All right.
Anyone else who is willing to join me should. It will allow me to establish a new cover identity because someone else they don't know where we live, but so you remember that investigator who was up my shit, and he and apparently someone else were trying to bring me in or make me snitch on a number of gang leaders. I decided not to snitch on a number of gang leaders.
It would have been a lot of fun.
Because that seems far more destructive than having one person with whom I have blackmail on up my ass. So, we'd have that going on right now as well, but I'm pretty sure I can solve it, given the time. Although I don't have any time right now, but soon. But with that, shall we do some crime?
we cannot forget what Billy wants us to do.
What did Billy want us to do? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Billy wanted us
bomb?
to go into the roach's nest and steal 6 barrels of gunpowder for him. This is a terrible idea. But
The roaches are insane.
It's incredibly
not-
terrible.
as is Psycho Billy.
Yes, I don't think we should do this at all.
I will slow play, but it might come when push comes to shove, it quickly goes to stabbing.
It was it was Frank Groon, right, who wanted the sword?
And there was
No.
something about a diary.
That was
No,
Yeah.
Snow.
Oh, Snow wanted the sword, right? Okay.
we didn't exactly accept the job
Not yet.
yet. But there are crates and barrels and various things that are marked that would be ours were we to obtain this.
Along with how much coin?
Is that 1 or 2 per? My notebook. There.
I'm looking for it right now.
I failed to take notes over that whole thing because I'm terrible.
The sword.
That's the one thing I didn't take notes on that one.
They're
I believe it was 2.
that was a standard job.
Yeah, because we tried to haggle for more.
And instead of giving me more, he instead was like, he took a pause and was like, you know what? I've heard that there's supposed to be some weird like boxes marked with green, so go and look for those. I can't remember if it's a green symbol or not, but
it's green circles.
Green circles. There you go.
Yeah.
Go look for the boxes that are marked with green circles, and you can keep whatever's in there. It's supposed to be very expensive, but he just doesn't care. He's not after that.
Yes. So,
Instead, he gave you the intel for it.
if I may.
Oh, and there was the diary.
And the diary that Jaren wants you to get, which is basically supposed to be a favor for him that he wanted you to go do, that you were able to talk him into trying to get you to revolvers, which are very illegal.
Yes.
Because they shoot 6 bullets instead of 2.
Yes, so I feel like we should do a nice, clean thievery job. There's unknown outcomes to the explosives. We're gonna get some pistols if we help my good friend Jaren, but not much coin. And it could also lead to other entanglements because there's a diary and possibly some serial killer or something. I feel like we just need some.
You're
nice
stealing the diary from nobility. That's all.
We're stealing the diary from nobility. So I feel like maybe we just get some nice, clean coin.
I might look into doing that. See if I can handle it on my own, maybe.
Which one?
The diary?
The nobility. If it's just break into someone's bedroom, I'll take a look. But we'll see.
What?
Could work.
So let's start with the sword.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Unless the bell hooks have started coming and knocking.
Oh, yeah. They were supposed to show up at some point. Great.
Not yet.
No, yeah.
Not yet. You guys want to go do the sword?
Yes.
Go do
Yeah,
the
That
sword.
seems to be the consensus.
So we're
So,
going to need a wagon.
That's a thing that happens off screen.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying we'll need to give one because if there are crates of things, we'll want to get them out of there. That's all. Yes.
So do you guys simply go do the job, or do you go and accept it from Snow? You gonna go talk to him first and finalize, or are you just gonna go and do it?
I don't care.
It's up to you.
I feel like it's more our MO to just do the thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
I want
pleasantly
to see what the
surprise.
sword is first anyway.
Yes. It gives
Fair
us
enough.
deniability.
So you know that he did tell you guys where it was gonna be.
Yes.
He gave you some of the intel. If you guys wanted to do some quick information first.
Absolutely.
Okay. So everybody go ahead and do that. And Grimalkin, everybody gets +1 because you now have informants.
Yes.
And there were other things that give us bonuses.
Grimalkin gives you another +1 for his specific role.
I get plus
Oh, no.
1. I personally get plus 1d to consort. And
But you get
we get plus 1d to the engagement roll.
engagement role. That's what it was. Yeah, not the info.
Yes.
So I believe you guys only get +1 for info.
But
Yes.
we get to pick how we.
Yeah, but however you do it, you might get maybe better at it. Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now he's
All
doing
right.
himself, but he's still doing it. I still see you. So
Whoa.
let's start with. Okay, there we go.
Goes to my throat.
Oh, it sucked.
That's not that bad. Ebony, this is at the docks. You know a few people at the docks. You can. Grimalkin is also using consort.
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
absolutely. It's my best roll.
That's true.
I get a bonus die for it.
So I'm gonna say you guys can definitely find some people at the docks to chat up and talk
Excellent.
to, and get some info on this warehouse. What questions do you guys have to ask me about the place?
What's the security like there?
Yeah.
Okay, so at this place, surprisingly tight for a warehouse at the docks. Not all of them are guarded. Some of them are guarded very well, and some of them are guarded normally. This one's guarded like a little better than usual. which is a little strange. But it has. So what you guys get? I don't think you guys are going to get a specific number of people as to who's in there, but you can get. It's definitely more than. There's more than 4, and less than 15.
Oh, okay.
But so you're looking at least more than 4 people. It's not going to be a super get in, get out unless you guys are very, very quiet.
Yes.
May have to knock out a few guys or something, or talk your way in or whatever. You do know that there is an office manager who sits up in an office that's on it's the warehouse, and it kind of has a second sort of story that is sort of like a walkway where you can see the whole thing. The warehouse just open, and there's like an office at the top with a big window that he can kind of see over the warehouse. But he's a lazy fuck who just kind of.
I imagine he sleeps during sleep time
Yeah.
because it's always night. Yes.
Or he's just taking naps anyway when he's supposed to be working. He's apparently like a schwack. But the rest of the guys aren't the best, but they're pretty good.
So, I also have a question. With gather information, there's actually a list of questions we could ask as well. And my question is, what's really going on here?
Oh, I like that. I like that very much. So, this is a warehouse that is owned by Norman Lush. He is a collector. He just collects neat things, whatever. Norman Lush, as far as you know, as far as everybody knows, is simply a wealthy merchant who likes to collect the occasional odd bit or bob. However, he obviously, the DD sword was stolen. So he most likely has other stolen goods in there. And seeing as how this warehouse is a little more guarded than others, he's probably got something important in there. And I'm going to say that some of the dock workers, because, talk goes around and villains, they said he's definitely got something in there in boxes marked with green circles. Whatever's in those is actually like really important to him and supposed to be worth a lot of money. But no one really wants to piss him off because Norman Lush, he's a rich merchant. He's not here. This isn't where he is. He's not going to see you and get pissed off. But like he's connected. So like people are going to be like, I'd rather not. But it's not like a death sentence to steal from him. It's just none of the 2 bits are going to go do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But apparently whatever's in there is super illegal. And in the boxes marked with green circles, very illegal, important to him, expensive, and was shipped overseas. That happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it does. All right.
Which can only happen with Leviathan. Leviathan hunter ships are pretty much the only thing that can traverse the waters. But they will sometimes lots of times carry cargo to and from.
So I'm starting to formulate a plan, but I'd like to know what everyone else figures out first.
All right. Is there a way I can prowl around and find out which captain is bringing in which of the captains is bringing in the green?
Oh, now I do like the way you're thinking. Okay, so the Leviathan ship captain.
Well, would you like me to roll for it, or? I mean, I should just.
Oh, I thought you already rolled. Did you not already roll?
I'm about to roll right now.
Oh, I apologize. Go ahead.
Risky standard, just.
Controlled standard because it's just intel.
Oh, yeah, risky. I got 2. I got 5.
Okay, not bad. So you do know the captain's name, Captain Loststrand, Losstrand, Loststrand. He pilots the Bilge Hall. Hull is Hull. Bilge Hall.
The shit house.
Not sure what nobility he's connected to, but you do know that he is, he's a Leviathan ship captain. They're well respected. They're fucking badasses. They go out there and fucking fight Leviathans. Like, they're fucking hardcore. Maybe after this job, you can look more into him. He's not here, and he's probably out at sea right now, but there's definitely ways if you guys ever needed to look more into him. I mean, Grimalkin, you have an easy way to learn about they all fucking know each other, you know what I mean? There's not a billion of them, so. Is there anything else? I can't hear you if you're talking, Kevin.
No, mumbling. Oh. Thinking.
You're mumbling? Okay.
When someone who mumbles a lot, you sometimes pick up that habit. Trying to break that habit.
Then, Scarlet, would you like to,
Yeah, I was going to, while they're working at the docks trying to get some information of their way, Snow did tell us, hey, Norman Lush is the current owner of the thing and that sort of thing.
Yes.
I want to try to hunt him and basically just learn his schedule, see where he's going, see where he's spending a lot of his time.
Norman Lush?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Find out who exactly it is that you're stealing from.
Yep.
Okay, no problem.
Then can I go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and take the stress to get an extra dice.
Go ahead.
So, controlled?
Control. Yes, controlled standard.
Okay.
I had to think about that one for a second. But it's not like you're like going to hurt him or anything, so.
Oh no!
Okay, here's what you find out. This is still important. Norman Lush, hard man to find. Difficult to actually find him in person. You find people that have met him, or people that have claimed to met him. You find people that have done business with his business. His business is all over the place. He's a merchant, so he's got his fingers in a lot of pots. Hard to actually find the fucking guy. Don't know where he lives. Don't know where he likes to hang out. Weird. Surprisingly private. You'd have to spend a little bit more time digging for this one, but you have a job to do. So.
All right. So.
Was there any question that Sparrow had for me specifically? I'm sorry to take that from you.
No.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I think this plan happens in 3 parts. Part 1. During one night, not the night that we're actually going to steal what's in there, we break in and we figure out what Norman Lush's signature looks like.
I've sent you guys a blueprint, a simple drawing of the warehouse in the Discord chat. Sorry.
Yes, I feel like that is probably a Sparrow and Scarlet job. Part 2. Once we get that information, we forge a bill of lading that requires and then so let me see if I'm saying this properly. Once we get that information, we forge an order from Mr. Lush. I, dressed as one of Mr. Lush's intermediaries, goes to the foreman's abode and says, I need you to sign this extraction order for these boxes and this sword. We have to bring them to Mr. Lush immediately. Here's the order. I need you to sign it. Then the 4 of us, taking the wagon, show up, dressed as these other guards, so we look relatively similar, with the order to pick these things up. We walk in, we pick them up, and we leave.
Yeah.
Sounds simple enough.
Well, it's going to go to shit,
but... Scarlet on them. Why don't we get Scarlet in there now?
We absolutely could.
Cool.
Scarlet's just gonna kind of look like, really, again, guys?
look the most guardly.
All right.
You know how to walk like a...
Yeah. I know.
Well,
Let's,
remember,
yeah.
step one is getting someone to sneak in, and we need a signature and whatever his bills of lading look like so that we can get the order to get this stuff out.
Scarlet,
Yep.
before you go in, just so you're aware, because it would have probably only been told to you, as you were walking the streets trying to look for Norman Lush, you were approached by a badger. The badger offered you via snow. It looks like you're looking for Norman Lush because you're out here fucking around in his areas. So if you've accepted the job, you'll get an extra coin if you kill the guy who runs the warehouse. He sits his fat ass up in that office. He's sleeping most of the time. It should be easy as pie. You do this, there's an extra coin in it for just you. His name is Danny Odum.
Of course, I'm gonna freaking do it.
Okay. I just want you to know that so you have more
Okay.
options in your job.
All right.
I mean, I could break into the warehouse, steal a forging order, probably much easier than breaking into an important part of the warehouse.
Yes.
Do we know where the sword is?
No, but I don't think we'll need to. If we come right, and with the paperwork, they'll just take us to it. And if not, we deal with it. There's 4 of us. We've got someone with mystical power. We've got a heavy. We've got you who can move around, and me who can talk us out of shit.
I like it.
At some
So-
point, we'll have to improvise, right? If they start asking too many questions.
Yep.
So it sounds like you guys are doing this like stealthy. You're doing this.
Yeah. So
sneak-
this would be
kinda con them.
a deception.
Deception,
planning,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely, rather than infiltration.
Yes.
So then, who's going to roll that engagement?
Okay, we know what happened when I did it last time. So
You get an extra die. You're the guy. You're the one.
Well, we get an extra die
get
on
one
an...
Get an
anyways.
extra die
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then who wants to do it?
How many? All right, let's calculate the d6 and I'll roll.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
Grimalkin gets the extra one. You get 2 right off the bat. That's 3.
3.
Is this job particularly, I believe one of the questions is this job particularly dangerous or crazy? No, so I won't take any away from you. Is it particularly daring? I don't think so. I think it's
What?
clever.
Well, actually, it depends, because if Scarlet learned how many fingers, this guy has, like, everywhere throughout the city, he could be a lot more powerful than we actually realize.
Well, that would be a complication we don't really...
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
something I don't foresee. But I will say,
True.
are you trying to hit them in a way where they're weakest? Yeah, kind of. You're hitting them by not hitting them at all.
Manager.
You are trying to convince them. I would say that gives you another one. I would give you 4 for that. And then is there any unforeseen complication within this one?
Of course there is.
Yes.
Definitely.
There is. So you're at 3. Does
Now,
anybody have any- Yes.
is this a clandestine infiltration?
It's not an infiltration. You are decepting them.
So we
You're
don't
not doing Splinter Cell and
Yeah.
Well,
Tom-
here part of the plan is because Sparrow does need to sneak in and
that's
steal
true.
that stuff.
That's true. Oh yeah, fuck it. Because you're doing it quiet. Let's say yes.
Yeah.
Let's say just because you're hitting it quiet.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but I always, whenever I make these jobs, I always imagine you guys coming in and stabbing people in the back of the head and stuff. And like you guys don't play that way, but I guess that's how my
I
brain
mean, it
works.
might get there.
Yeah,
might
that
get there,
could
but, like,
happen, but
That's always how I see these jobs going. They never go that way, but for
that's
some
like
reason,
Plan D.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's what I like,
Except
so
for
I always
Scarlet.
imagine everything blowing up and dying. But
Yeah, Scarlet had her way and was planning these things.
yeah, it would go very good. So
We'd leave a pile of dead bodies everywhere.
Pretty much.
So then we're at 4 dice. Not bad.
Shit.
Can we get Scruffy to help us somehow?
Scruffy? Scruffy. Yes. What do you want to ask him?
Like, hey, Scruffy, I saw some guys at the docks who really need a hug.
Yes.
Yeah, create a distraction. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they look
So
so lonely and just so bored.
Oh gosh. So you want me to be a distraction for you? Is that it?
Absolutely.
I'll get a few of my friends together. We'll see what we can do. All right. You know the prize. Come here, moving on in here.
She doesn't move.
He goes ooh and gets you.
Oh, that is asparagus.
Ooh yeah, I've been eating a lot of it. It's bad. I'm also covered in my own pee. you feel calm and relaxed, having been in the calm, cooling arms of Scruffy. Well, not cooling, but they're very swampy.
Warm and vaguely damp, kind of swampy.
Warm, vaguely damp, but comforting. And he goes, all right, I'll get my lads together. We'll cause us a ruckus. And he goes about his way. So now you'll have a distraction outside. Basically, whenever you need them to be triggered, they will be triggered for you.
All right, so does that give us an extra die? Because
Yeah, fuck it, because you're bringing him in on the job. Yeah, sure. 5 dice.
Oh, right.
Go steal that sword. Holy
shit!
Oh yes.
So
Six.
Yes.
So. Here's what I would like out of this. You guys got a 666. Now, if this was any other job, I would say you could have some sort of demon help you. But I also don't want that because you're not there yet in the game. But
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
God no. Here's I fucking love it though. So.
I mean, I did get Scruffy
Explain to
now.
me-
He's some kind of demon.
Explain to me how far along you guys are in the job. The only thing I can't say is that you already have the sword on the cart. Pretty much everything else is up to you. You guys got 666s. Take me on this journey, and I will start first because she's usually the first one to infiltrate. I will start with Sparrow. Unless, no, was Scarlet the first one getting in?
Scarlet gets a job.
So
Yeah.
So Scarlet, how are you getting in there? You do it, but take me through this process.
In this instance, she's gonna play it. She's looking for a job. She, kind of runs through her list of skills, does an interview to kind of meet the owner of the warehouse, and
So you meet him.
mm-hmm.
Big guy, dirty sort of clothes, greasy, sweaty, doesn't take care of himself very much, doesn't seem to leave that office very much. He's got a big, really comfortable couch that you can tell he sleeps on regularly. He's got this big, comfortable chair that he sits at.
I'm feeling
to
kind
write
of called out right now.
And look through the. Is there a warehouse behind that curtain? Is that what you're saying to me right
There's
now?
a warehouse behind that, yeah.
But so he sits there. He works on his dock. He doesn't leave this office a lot, but he also doesn't seem to check the warehouse that often. As you're sitting there talking to him, you hear like oh no fuck, and someone drops a box, and he doesn't even look. He just keeps talking to you. He just doesn't give a shit. But he looks strong. He's like he's a big guy, but he looks fucking strong. Like he used to be a dock worker when he was younger. Now he's a little older, but like he looks like he could still probably throw you through that window if you needed to. So I'm just giving you, letting you know who it is you're dealing with.
So basically, she's gonna start working, and when basically on her shift, when Sparrow shows up, she's just gonna accidentally ignore. Oops, didn't see that coming.
Leave a window open.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, then Sparrow, how you enter? And
Sparrow slides in through that window, walks to the office manager's door, and hears very loud snoring.
Okay, he's out like a
He
light.
just opens the door. Looks inside. Looks halfway inside. Fully inside, just looking at him like snoring.
Spiders.
gonna go over to the desk. Just take some papers.
He goes, "Hey, spiders," and then goes back. As he
And she just walks out.
okay.
Slams the door behind her.
Back to work, you lot. Back to work, yeah.
Out through the window.
All right then. Excellent.
And that was in like the middle of the day.
Well, the middle of the night. It's always night.
Oh, true. The middle of like when other people would be awake.
Yeah, the warehouse was full of people at this point. Then Grimalkin, Ebony, what are you guys doing? How are we doing this? Are you teaming to go talk to people, or how you handle it?
I feel like we should team to go talk to what's his name, actually.
Yes.
Well, Sparrow has brought you the paperwork, all the proper paperwork, legal. It is legit, the right papers. You just have to basically
I fill it out. Yeah, I fill it out. Yes. And then we go to this gentleman's house the evening before we do the thing.
Whose house?
The foreman's, because he has to sign it, right?
The guy who owns the warehouse?
Oh, no, the foreman would have to sign it, wouldn't he? My assumption was
that's
that
fine.
we were going to get the paperwork, the foreman would have to sign it, so I would have to go con him into signing it. If we don't have to do that, that's awesome.
As long as it's not Norman Lush that you're doing.
No.
So let's say that it's let's say that it's somebody on the whatever, sure. It's Norman. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
do you want to take the lead or shall I?
No, please.
All right. Rap, tap, 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 tap.
A very irate man opens the door. What do you want? It looks like he's a little drunk. He's a little upset. And he just...
We are from your employer.
Who's that?
And I bring up the bill of lading.
He puts on spectacles.
We require your signature.
It's too late. You gotta talk to me in the morning. Well, the fucking Blades World, stupid Blades World with no sun. You gotta talk to me after I'm done sleeping, wherever we all wake up, that whatever that time is, that this whole fucking stupid city wakes up.
7 bells.
Well, seven bells.
Seven bells,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that. It sounds ominous and cool.
I look over at Ebony.
We simply need a signature and we'll be out of your hair.
He kind of just looks you up and down. I like you.
Oh, good.
All right.
Then do the signature then.
He takes it. Why you need it there? I thought these were supposed to stay and for another 2 days.
He's had to change his plans. There's been a complication.
I got it. Smart how you phrased that. So he signs it and hands it back. Right, fuck off, and slams the door shut.
I high five Ebony.
Team liars.
Hey.
So, awesome. The con men have done their jobs. You now have the proper paperwork. You now have a dock worker on the inside. You have a thief for fun, and you guys have a wagon. Oh, probably driven by you, I would assume, Sparrow, because you're always the getaway driver. So we will start off. Are you guys?
The first thing we would do is get the guards to load the big green boxes because they will take the most time and effort. And that way, even if we have to run away, we still have our pay.
So, as they kind of look at the manifest, they're like, well, I don't think this makes any sense. And the other one's like, think about it, stupid. This is the most important shit we got in here. This is what we're supposed to be guarding. So, of course, he wants it moved out on the slide, right? And the other one's like, yeah, I guess so. All right. Oh, you. And they tell you, Scarlet.
What?
Go grab the other one. And they have one of the the boxes that they're looking at. They're rather large. They're probably like 6 feet long. You know what I mean? And a good couple of feet wide. They're big. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, these are pretty hefty. And they start lifting them and like, all want and start carrying him over. Scarlet, you start heading over to one of the boxes. Actually, you know what? I'll get to you in a second. Sparrow, more important. Mm-hmm. Sparrow, as you're sitting there trying to act nonchalant, I would assume, just being a driver, you notice somebody dressed as a dock worker walking in who is not a dock worker. That person, his fingernails are too clean, his hair too pretty, even though it's kept under a hat much like yours. His clothes, though rough, are still surprisingly clean, and he walks with that stupid fucking swagger that he walks. And guess what? He's walking right in. They don't question him at all. He walks right in.
Hey.
You know what he's there for.
Hey, you.
He turns, and you see that stupid fucking face of Wesley.
I will go.
And he walks in with a bit of a flourish, and as he walks in, he knocks over some stupid like little statue, and one of the dock workers, while no one's looking, nobody sees him do this, it smashes to the floor, and one of them looks and goes, "Oh shit," and they move over, and as they move over,
"Oh no, that guy did it, you should take it out of his pay."
"Oh, who did it?" And you look, and Wesley's gone. He's so fucking good. As he is gone. Scarlet, you can always pursue him if you want, Sparrow, to see what he's doing, but
I can't.
Okay. Scarlet.
Yeah.
You go over to this other box. There is another like hefty security guy or another large dock guy with you, and he's like, "You need help with this?"
If you don't mind, please.
"Yeah, I can help you. Don't worry about it." And he lifts it, and you guys start lifting it. As you move it, you are more familiar with this shit than other people because you've probably done this to other people. You hear a noise from inside this box, and it was a person's voice. It was a person noise, like inside. Sounds like their mouth has been covered with something, but there are people in these boxes. You know that because you've put people in boxes. A person in that box.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Now, you don't need to give a shit, but whoever they are, they're worth a lot. Both of these boxes are worth a lot to this person, to Lush.
I'm going to go ahead and load them up for now and just deal with it later.
Okay.
I'll let the crew know later.
When you come over loading it in, I'm going to come down next to you and be like, there's a dock worker here with clean fingernails.
And wait, break what?
Knees. Okay.
Break his knees. Is that what you said? Break his knees. So Scarlet, what do you do? Sparrow has just informed you to break someone's knees. The knees of a doctor with clean fingernails.
Before that, she's gonna be like, "By the way, there are people in a couple of these boxes. Keep going."
Ebony, you also, as they load the boxes, you can definitely like sense that there is people in there. Grimalkin, I think you would have just noticed that your team seemed to be talking about something. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But everyone's whispering to each other.
Grim.
Yes. Yes.
We have some passengers in those.
What do you mean this? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's deeply concerning. Disconcerting. There's nothing concerning about it. It's disconcerting.
Can Scarlet just like notice them talking from a distance and just give them like a side-eye glare? Like, shut them up.
Yeah.
I think, Evan, if I may, I think you should handle this sword, given what we expect its properties to be.
Yes. So I will go in and ask for them to help me load the sword.
It's right in the back, love. It's in a box not too big. It ain't that big.
I'll
All
help
right.
you.
All right.
Sparrow, very convincing. So you two head towards the back. You can see that the head of the warehouse is looking at all this, sort of confused, and he goes, and it looks like he is putting on his like jacket and hat. He is going to walk out.
I will move
Scarlet,
to intercept him. Oh, sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. If you want to, you haven't gotten to do a thing yet. So how do you intercept him?
Sorry, go.
Yeah, this is the guy you need to kill, but now is not now is not the time to kill him. I don't think.
So that's what I was gonna. I like this.
Yeah. I walk up to him with the paperwork and I go, yes, you look concerned. May I help you in some way?
Yeah, I want to know what's going on here. I was studying some things, and I just noticed that you're loading some stuff up.
Yes, we're here under orders from our mutual employer.
Horseshit. Our mutual employer told me that we're supposed to keep all this until...
There's been a complication. The time frame has been advanced.
I'm gonna say, just for shits and giggles, and to let you roll.
Yeah.
Roll your sway or consort, whatever you believe you would do, and get an extra die because you got this signed thing.
I will do sway for this.
Okay, and get one extra die for free from me, and then any of the other pluses that you get.
All right. I don't have any other pluses for this. Risky standard? Desperate?
I would say this is risky standard. Yeah, just because he's vicious. He just woke up. He's sleepy, and he doesn't know what's going on.
That's a 6.
Nice.
I know it's an inconvenience, and I apologize. We've had to move without informing people for security reasons.
I understand. Just make sure that you get this out of here. There's, this city's full of crooks, and he gives it back.
We will make sure to guard it with our lives, I promise.
You contain a smile. Oh yes, of course. So, you were able to stop him while he is distracted upstairs. Sparrow and Ebony, Scarlet, you do notice that Grimulkin is, distracting that guy, and no one's really looking at you, Scarlet, if you want to go somewhere. But right now, we're talking to Sparrow and Ebony. As you guys head over to around some of the shelving, you get towards the back shelf, and you can see that the box where the sword is supposed to be is opened and empty.
Oh God, he didn't even fake. Oh God, what an idiot. Actually, I take a moment, and then I look in the box, and then I lift up like the holder to make sure he didn't like double fake.
Are you lifting up inside the box?
Yes.
That's so smart.
The sword is in there. You son of a bitch. Did you? Clever motherfucker.
Nicely done.
He was going to make you chase, and then he was going to come back and whoop. So as you lift up the box, you hear, well, oh my. And you turn around, and there he is resting against a shelf. Well, I didn't think that you were clever enough to see through that, but look at you. Learning. I like it. Hello.
Smug.
He ignores you, looks over to you, Evan, he looks you up and down. Well, hello. A pleasure.
This is my ex.
My name is Wesley.
I'm not going to shake your hand.
Don't.
Your loss. Anyway, Sparrow, it is so good to see you again.
Sure.
I've been meaning to catch up. I heard that you've been running through gutters and getting stabbed. How fun. Listen, I'm going to take that sword, and you're going to let me do it.
Wait, what?
I'm going to take that sword, and you're going to let me...
You're going to take the what?
Oh my God, your RP was so perfect there. I just loved it. On the O, it was really good. Sorry.
I'm going to take that sword, and you're going to let me...
No.
Sparrow, if you're making fun of my... No. I am above you. So listen, how about this? I take the sword, you keep those 2 boxes, and take anything else that you'd like from this place.
I'd like the sword, so yeah, let's do that.
Why? Who hired you to do this?
You.
I hired you to... What are you talking about?
He's easily confused.
I'm not
Really?
easily confused. I am upset that you're not making any sense. It doesn't even make any sense, Sparrow.
It really doesn't matter. We're taking the damn sword.
He looks at both of you. He looks up. He sees Grimalkin. Weighs the option. Fine. Take it. I have to hold me over. And he has a coat full of like random little bits and bobs that he's been stealing. And he goes, I do have to see you again throughout the city, Sparrow. Give me a ring. Drop me a line. I don't know what we do in this city. There are no phones. So I'll be in touch. Ta-ta. And as he leaves, it looks like he eyes each and every one of you. He spots you amidst the rabble. You know, he can spot players in the game. And Ebony, he looks at you again and is like, gives you a wink and walks away. He is devilishly handsome, but you can just feel the sleaze emanate from him. A very a handsome man, but
Yeah.
you just feel it.
Oh,
She's just gonna
he's
growl at
in
him.
love with himself.
Yes. So he has allowed you. He's backed off. You are not what he wants to fight right.
Damn straight.
All right. We have the sword. Let's go.
Thank you for saying it correctly.
Yes.
And shut the case and walk.
I come walking down the stairs. Did you get the sword?
Grimalkin, if you ever want to go on that damn date, you'll say it right.
Sorry, I know it's sword.
You could hear it? Yeah, okay.
Yes. Well, you know, I saw him because I fucked me.
Ugh. Ugh.
I know. Super gross.
All right. Let's get on the goddamn cart.
You see a dock worker from where Wesley had left come hurrying over and look at you guys and then head up towards the guy who runs the warehouse.
Time to go.
we've been
Time to
waiting.
go. Time to go. Time to go. Go, go,
You
go, go,
know
go.
how Wesley works. If he can't get something, he doesn't want anybody else to have it.
That's fair. I respect that.
He's
That's just fair play.
Quickly.
I
Scarlet
think,
wants to stay behind.
of course you do.
That's a good call.
You're dressed like a dock worker. Makes sense.
Yes,
Why would
it's a
you
good
do
call. And
So you guys-
it's time to call on the distraction, I think.
Oh, yes.
Indeed.
I forgot. So, as you guys begin to hurry up, you see the dock worker talking to the guy who runs the place, and he's like, I don't know, he's like telling the dock worker, like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?" And they're arguing, and then he like listens to him, and he looks down, and he looks back, and he's like, gets like scared eyes, and as he opens the door, he goes, "Hi!" And suddenly, because you asked for a distraction from Scruffy, suddenly you hear singing and chanting from drunken voices as they just start walking in front. As you guys pull out and the dock workers start coming, the area gets flooded. None of the dock workers can get to their carriages. They can't get to their cars to give chase. You are essentially getting away because Scruffy and a bunch of has gotten together the boys from the nearby bars, and they're all just chanting, like grabbing the dock workers lovingly and just like singing with them. And some of the dock workers are like and just like taking drinks, like, okay, fuck it. It's fun.
Scruffy just organized a pub crawl.
Yeah, like remember these were like kind of lower level thugs that were guarding this place, and they're just like, okay, woohoo! So they're all just sort of dancing, and some of them are like, get the fuck out of my way, but they're, you know, the scruffiest people are like, no, like aggressively having fun with him, like, no, party with us. You guys are able to make your escape. Scarlet, you do not. You are staying behind.
Yeah, I want to see what Danny O'Doom's doing.
Okay, so Danny O'Doom's he comes out and he goes, stop those fucking thieves, god damn it! And he starts coming down the stairs, and as he is making his way out from the office, and as he walks onto the dock floor, he's kind of rushing out to like physically get past the guys, and as he starts pushing them out of the way, and like I said, he's a pretty big guy. He's just kind of pushing them over, and Scruffy he runs and meets into Scruffy, and Scruffy just stands there and is like, You need a hug, friend. And he goes, fuck off, and just goes past Scruffy, and Scruffy just lets him. And he's like, love isn't for everyone. And he just starts walking away. And you can see that O'Doom was able to get out with like one other guy, and they are getting onto a carriage, sort of on. They're kind of in the dark. They're a little bit away as everyone is distracting the guards. He only has one other person with him.
Hey, you need some assistance?
Come on!
Hey,
Let's
I'll use
Hop
my.
on in.
Okay, so you
If
are
you'd
in the
like.
back.
I want to break in with the spidery thing real quick.
Yes.
Scarlet, if you'd like, as we came in, I could have secretly stashed your rifle somewhere and signaled you as to where it is.
Or when you were putting the things on the R cart,
Yes.
you grabbed your pack.
I'm thinking that the grabbed on cart, like just kind of a swap on the sly, might be a good idea.
Okay. Sure. If you want your rifle, or if you just want a pistol, because if you're going to get on their carriage, you're close quarters. If you want to escape with your rifle and just climb up to the roof and just let them drive away, and you can do that too. It's up to you, man. However you want to.
I'm gonna hop right in the carriage.
Okay.
I have
Nice.
plans.
What work?
Then
Very
I'll
wet
say
work.
that Grimulkin made sure that one of the jackets that looks just like yours, he swapped one of your jackets and it has your pistol in it. So that because you're in a dock clothes, a pistol might have fallen out while you're moving your shit. So he probably set up with his spider ability, was like, oh, you're gonna need this later, and set up a jacket with a gun inside.
2 guns.
2 guns. So you get and you have your two double shot pistols.
Well, and if I could get away with wearing the vest, so I should be good.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. From there, I want to try to get this other guy out of the carriage. Try to cause a distraction. Just be like, hey, those people who are getting drunk, I think they managed to grab something as well. You might want to go try to stop them.
Then you're gonna have to convince him.
Oh.
Right now he's with his boss, and his boss is saying, let's go over here. So you can try, but you're gonna have to actively. I'm not just gonna give you that one.
I'll freely give you aid for an extra die if you need it. I can do that twice per score.
Awesome.
Yeah, because really the only thing I can think of is sway or command, and I don't have anything in either. So yeah.
So now you get 2 die.
You can push your. Well, now you get 1.
Oh, you get 1.
People just keep me around for my buffs.
You can push yourself. You can always push yourself.
No, I think you always automatically get 1 die, don't you?
No.
Yeah. No,
Well,
not if it's
Well, with the die I give you, you will have 1 actual die to roll.
You have 1 die, and then you could push yourself or take a devil's bargain to get another one.
Let me take a devil's bargain.
Yes.
Okay. You take a devil's bargain. My devil's bargain, if anybody else has one, O'Doom is going to catch on to your shit, and he is going to just straight up attack you.
All right.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
It might not be immediately, but because you want to get the guy off. So let's see if you can convince this guy to get off.
All right. So, risky or desperate?
Because it's like you're just doing it off the bat. No, let's say risky right now. I would say risky standard.
Okay.
Let's say it's that.
And that would give me 2 between Grimulkins and
You now have 2 dice. You now have 2 dice to roll. Holy shit.
Yes.
Holy fucking shit. Okay. So he goes, he's not that sharp. He turns and goes, you got it. Hup, and hops off and just, oh, fuck, ow. And stands up and just, I'm coming, guys. Ooh, beer. And starts heading over. He looks a little excited. He wanted to go hang out with the cool kids. As you, I assume, do you get in the passenger seat next to your target?
Yup.
Okay, so you sit in the passenger seat next to the target as he's whipping the goats to make them go faster, and he goes, right, that was quick thinking. That was. What did you say your name was again?
Delia.
Delia?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, Delia. And he grabs you by the fucking face and starts slamming your head into the wagon. And he goes, "You think I'm a fucking idiot? You think I'm some fucking fool?" And just boom, boom. He is so much stronger than you thought he was. Oh my god, he's the worst. As your head is slamming into the wood, you are gonna take 1 harm right now. If he keeps doing it, you're gonna go right up to 2 harm because he is fucking slamming your head. You are starting to break the wood of the wagon.
Skirmish to try to break out of it?
Skirmish? Sure. Yeah, if you want to get the fuck off.
Basically, and I would assume desperate.
Yeah, this is desperate now. You are being pummeled.
Standard?
Yes, desperate standard, yeah.
All right.
So you were able to slip out, but he, as you kind of slip out from his grasp, he abandons the reins from the actual thing and grabs your hands. And as he grabs your hands, he tackles you, and you guys both go off of the wagon and start tumbling onto the docks. You're getting close to the water, actually, as the wagon kind of went askew while he was slamming your head, and you're now near the water with him. Both of you are just sort of locked, rolling around, and his grip is tight. He's a bad one.
Could I try to go ahead and grab my pistol and try to shoot him?
So he has your hands like this.
It has both of them, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hurt him with your legs, or momentum, or
smack him right in the head with my head.
Start headbutting him.
Yep.
I love it.
He hits my head, so I'm gonna hit him back.
I'm gonna go with the 5, the 2 5s that you rolled. We're just gonna keep going with this. So as he holds you, just boom, and he's you boom, hit him again. As you can see, you broke his nose. As he's just he lets go of your hand and starts tackling you and brings you closer to the edge of the water. You guys are right at the edge now, and he starts grabbing at your face and he's trying to push you into the water. And as you kind of look over into the black water of Duskwall, and you see where you are at the edge of the sea now, and you can see the deep, dark purple lights that scatter throughout deep into the ocean, and you see shadows whirling past them. And as you hover over the water, you can see things writhing beneath, waiting for you.
I'm gonna try to take my feet and just kick him and flip him into the water over me.
Fuck yes. So do a skirmish for this one.
I'm giving you my last extra die. You're getting my last extra die.
I love you. Desperate for sure.
Oh, desperate for super sure.
Great.
Great. You get 3 die.
Mixed.
Okay, so here's what happens. You and you go to flip him. As you flip him, we see as both of you go over into the water. You splash into the black liquid of this ocean. As you hit under it, you're like, "Buck, Buck," and you open your eyes and you see his eyes just as terrified. You both realize, no, nobody gets out of this. And as he starts clamoring for the surface, you start clamoring for the surface, and you can see those little dark purple lights up beneath you disappearing, and you see writhing, reaching up. And as you start going upwards, you feel something slam and start pulling at your boots. Something small with nasty little teeth. And then another one on your boots. They are starting to attack. You can see he's getting hurt as he's pulling up. You can try to push him under and climb on him. You can try to grab for where the dock meets the water and start just climbing up it, like the under part of the dock. You can try to climb up a nearby boat. What do you think?
I'm gonna try to kick off my boots as I move up. As I kick him off, hopefully if he's close enough, one hits him in the face, and I keep moving, trying to pull myself out of the water as fast as possible.
That'd be a resistance roll, right?
That would be a what?
A resistance?
A resistance roll for
reduce the effect of the 4.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You want to take the stress and make a resistance roll? And
Yeah.
just being, I'll give you like a little bit of an edge in this situation. I'll give you a way out.
Yeah.
All right. Take the stress.
It's just the one.
It's
That's
6.
It's
and
6
then-
stress.
It's 6.
However,
roll. I believe you roll 1d6. And
No.
no, you roll your prowess. Click on the prowess button.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you roll your prowess, and then whatever highest number you got on prowess, you minus it.
Okay, so just straight prowess, no bonus dice.
Roll your prowess. Yep. Okay, so 6 minus 4, so you take 2 stress.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
So you are able to climb on him and push him down. He's a big guy, so you're like, oh my god, thank you. And as you climb up, there is a small chain that's hanging down. It's just kind of big anchor chain, and you can just grab it and you lift yourself up. And as you lift yourself up, you see him like reaching for you. As he just reaches, he grabs onto your boot, and at the edge of your boot, you see this nasty looking fucking fish, kind of like a barracuda, but it has barbs coming off of its body, out of its fins, or out of its gills and its fins, as it's just destroying your boot, and you see it munching on it more and more, trying to reach your foot. There's a little bit of blood coming out as it's kind of digging it, just barely on your foot. You slip the boot off. Another time that escaping your boots has saved you. And he falls with just your boot and is just, no! As he goes into the water, you see him thrashing as you hang onto the chain. You just see him being torn apart by these things, these nasty little barracudas. And as they do, he's like, ah, ah, he's ripping some of them off. One of them he rips off his body and he bites its head off, and he just, as the blood starts to pool. And then you see a larger shadow. You see a fin emerge from the water, gnarled, nasty. It looks like it's a little bit more like scarred. And as it pulls up, you just see him see it and go, oh, fuck, and he's gone. Whatever it was, a large shadow, and that large man is gone. And there's just blood billowing in the water as you're just, and now without a boot again. And your toe is bleeding a little bit, but you did it. Every time your blood drips into the water, you see things thrashing underneath it, looking for it.
She's just gonna work to pull herself out of the water, lay on the dock for a second, and be like, damn it, I need to invest in more boots.
Scruffy, we need Scruffy to go by.
Yes, Rock, I'm good to keep going if you guys are. So you did it. You escaped. So I'm gonna say you kind of are able to get away again. Another close call, but mission accomplished. It is done. And I will say you all are able to meet back up. And do you head to Snow to finish out the job?
I want to look at the sword first.
Yes.
You want to look at the sword? Okay.
Yes.
So the sword, it's not your type. It's about the size of a machete, and it is kind of a curved sort of sword, large, wide blade, and curved. It is a scimitar, essentially, is what you're looking at. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's beautiful, ornate. It has a kind of red and gold inlaid on the handle, and there's a little bit of gold peeling up onto the blade itself. It looks like it's still in flawless condition. Despite it being, he said that it was some sort of like sword from like a legendary sword fighter or something, but it doesn't have like a mark on it. It's pristine, very bright, and the sheath itself is beautiful, bright red and gold. It's awesome. It's a fucking cool sword. But yeah, and it slides in and out. It's clean. It's good.
Do I notice anything else about it?
Like, does it have any kind of magical properties?
Yeah.
No, not magical properties, but I will say that it is extremely well balanced. And if you were to try to fight via with like finesse or something, that's like, despite it being
It's a plus
scimitar,
one sword.
which is essentially so mechanically you get a +1 when sword fighting with this sword. But what I mean is when you fight with finesse, it's made that way. So it's made for like broad, beautiful strokes. you are not familiar with the kind of fighting style that this. Well, I don't know how much your finesse actually is, so you might be.
am.
But yeah, so someone with really high finesse would whoop ass with this thing because it only gives a +1 when using finesse to fight. So it specifies what you need to use to fight with it. But so that's what I mean. It's probably not the kind of swords that you use, but it is beautiful. It's awesome.
I'm gonna show it to Sparrow. Sparrow, what do you think?
Oh, I think Sparrow will take it out and like do some tricks with it.
Awesome. Yeah, so you can absolutely. You don't even have to roll for that shit. What do you do?
Just like twirling it in her hand, throwing it behind her back, catching it, spinning around, like throwing up a thing, cutting it in parts, and then puts it back in the scabbard with like a smooth motion and goes, it's a lot easier when you're not riding a horse.
So Sparrow just did that, which she's never done before.
Ebony is highly turned on right now.
Grimalkin is highly turned on right now.
Scarlet's in the background just trying to catch the fuck up to this carriage, just limping, feeling like crap.
I lost my boot. I lost my boot.
Someone pick me up.
You were walking back with Scruffy, as Scruffy's just telling some stupid story, and you're like, okay, cool, and you guys are sharing a drink.
I swear to God, you better not try to hug me.
Well, it depends on what you want from me.
Got any boots?
I'll go this one, and he pulls out a boot, and a spider crawls out of it. And
I'll pass, but thank you.
Okay, and he puts it on his head as he continues. So, that is the sword.
All right. Let's see what's in these boxes. Should we knock first?
What's in the
The ones with the
box?
people, maybe.
At this point, Scarlet is caught up, yes.
But let's just open them.
All right.
One at a time. One at a time.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Okay.
hold on to the sword for a moment, by the
I'm
way.
just going to take 3 steps back and let Ebony do her business.
So, as you open the boxes, Ebony's the one opening the boxes?
I will be helping her while holding
Perfect.
carrying the sword.
Okay, Sparrow dies.
Great.
Ebony turns into a dragon. No, okay, so.
I'm a dragon.
I just be a dragon?
No, you can't be a dragon. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you can't be a dragon. I'm sorry for.
Jabberwocky say what?
Yes.
So, you open up the boxes, and inside, you open up one first, or do you open up them both?
Just one.
I will open one first.
Okay, and there's 2. There's 2 boxes total.
Yep.
You pop the one open, and inside is a kind of filthy, looks a little bit malnourished, maybe a little bit sick, but clothed in sort of simple, like a simple tattered sort of cloak, is a woman, very pale skin, and looking at you with terrified eyes that are completely black. You are looking at a fellow Taikarosi.
What was the name? Well, I don't have my notes in front of me, and I apologize for that. But what was the female name on the death certificate?
Da-da-da-da. I will find it. Give me time.
The other one was a warden.
It was the warden. It was hobby room. Death certificates. Tiffany Gladsberg.
I'll say, are you Tiffany Gladsberg?
No.
Okay, good.
What? What's your name, love?
Jerica?
Jerica. I'm Ebony.
Is my brother here?
I think so. He's in the other box. And I will open the other one.
You open the box, and there is a frightened but very much alive Taikarosi male. Her hair is sort of like a little bit like yours, where it's like sort of raven haired, but it is shaved on the sides and comes to like a small little braid that kind of like pokes out. His hair is literally feathers. From his porcelain white skin, it is just feathers, and his eyes are pure purple. But he does look similar to her in features. And she goes, Jericho? And he goes, Jericho? And as they peek up and they look at each other, yeah, they're like almost identical, except for his purple eyes and feather hair. They are like twins. And they like reach for each other and hold each other as their boxes were right next to each other, and they begin to cry.
Are you two all right?
Yes, they were, oh God, I've been in there for so long. I think we went across the ocean.
You did.
Holy shit. And she goes, they were going to sell us. They were going to sell us. I don't know, they said a name, Lord something, Lord Merriweather, or Merriweather? Lord Merriweather? They were selling us to a Lord Merriweather.
Do I recognize that name?
You do not. One of you does.
Yeah.
Do you recognize that name?
No, it's in the notes somewhere.
Is it? No,
Yes,
it's in.
it shouldn't be in the records anywhere. I would hope not.
No, I meant in the notes that Kevin took. No?
I hope not. I don't think I've
Okay.
mentioned that name yet.
All right.
I do.
You're not taking us to him, are you?
Hell no. Although now I want to know what he's up to.
I don't know. I don't know. We don't know anything.
Look, we'll get you fed and clothed and bathed.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're free. You're safe with us.
Thank you. The Jerica reaches for your hand, Ebony, like just as like, oh my God, thank you. And when she grabs your hand, she reaches for it and she sees the tattoo on your hand. And
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was you. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh. Let's see if he comes back.
Come back to us.
Well, thank you, folks.
Oh, he's back. We missed.
You're back.
Okay, you're back.
Yay!
We got. Oh
Just
my
need to-
goodness! I
It
didn't know
just
it was
needs to
you.
hold out a little longer.
So close.
She looks at the tattoo on your hand and she goes, I didn't know it was you. Oh my God, I didn't know it was you. I am, oh my goodness. Jericho, and she points to you and he goes, what? She's the Takarosi. And she points to the thing and he goes, oh, you're Ebony. You're not dead. You're not dead. Oh my God.
Wait, do I recognize these two?
No, you have no idea. But
How would they know about my tattoo?
They seem to know about it, and the connection to your past. They're from your country. They're from your land.
Yeah. Okay.
They've plastered your picture everywhere. They've put your face everywhere. They've been looking for you.
Well, thankfully they haven't found me.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. I never
Come
thought.
inside. We'll get you cleaned up and we can talk then.
Oh, right. Of course. So, what do you do?
We can't put them on the street.
No, they can stay at
No,
the school
they will-
until we figure something out.
Yeah.
They're staying at the Thunder
That's
Market.
fine. No, the school. Yeah.
Out of sight at the school.
Almost.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want them there.
Gotcha. Okay, send them to the school. Very smart. So you do so, and now are we delivering the rest of the goods to Snow?
Yes.
Well, that's a good question. Sparrow, do you want to keep that sword?
Not as much as I want Badger to not send Millie after me every single day.
Yeah, I think it would be a bad call.
We should turn it in.
It really was frightening.
We make enough
So-
money, you can buy a very nice sword.
Not this nice, but I don't need it.
All right.
So we go to
I
hand
will
her a
take it
job.
from him.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Skipping a
I
little.
will take it and go to Snow.
Okay. So, if you remember, the last time you talked about this job was in a bar called the Salty Dog. Now it is in a small bookstore. He's meeting you in different places. As you enter this bookstore, it seems to be empty, and many of the books seem to be pulled off their shelves, open, and just on the floor and on random tables. He has a couple of people in there with him, including Milton, and he sits there. Well, hello. Is it more?
Did you want me to go with you?
You're welcome to if you like.
Yeah, I'll go with you with this.
All right.
Is everybody there?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely there.
Oh,
Yeah, you need
just
to
wanted
pay.
to make sure someone was.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if everyone's going, I will. I don't feel like I have much of a role in this, but I'll be there.
Then, yeah, never mind.
If Grimalkin, if you want to stay back and look after the...
I'll stay back, yeah, too.
Yeah,
'cause
I will also
didn't-
stay back and make sure they get well situated.
Okay, so we're just going to do Ebony and Scarlet?
Alright.
Well then, I see you brought me my soul.
We did.
Well then, place it right here on the table, let me inspect it.
And I will do so.
You place it, he keeps looking at you, and he grabs a sword and opens it. And then he takes a look at it, flips it over, and he hands it to one of his goons, and he goes, "Wrap that up." And they're like, "Right," and they just take it away. And he goes, "Well," and he points to you, Scarlet. Did you get my message?
I did, and taken care of.
Good. I'll check on that later, but for now, we'll pay you. Give me the money. Who's got the money? You taking the money for the rest of your crew, or was it just you two
Yeah.
pulling the job? If it's just you two pulling the job, we'll just give it all to you.
No, we're taking the money for the rest of our crew as well.
All right, no problem. So he takes the money. Boom, boom, boom. 2 for each of you. And he gives you 1 extra, Scarlet, because you killed somebody for him. And he goes, "Much appreciated." And I know it's none of my fucking business, but I'm curious. What was in them boxes?
You're right. It is none of your business. Just like whatever you're doing here is none of ours.
I was doing a bit of reading, ain't I? Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you ladies.
Always.
And one more thing. And he points only to you, Ebony, and like,
What?
I appreciate your gumption, but you got to understand, I can't have people threatening me in front of my people. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you threaten me again, I will fucking kill you and everyone you love. Now, I'm not going to go do it. I'm going to be nice enough to tell you about it first. Square?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have a nice night.
You too.
All right then, boys. Bring me a dictionary. And you make your way as you hear a book get thrown through a window. He goes, "Not that one."
This is abridged.
This has got the word "don't" in it. No one got a real fucking word. So, you have been paid. You have collected some interesting artifacts and people. Well, you gave away your artifact, but collected some interesting people. And you met Wesley, and that's great. Good
Great.
job, team. Well done. So, we say we wrap it there?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Then thank you all for watching. Whoever's still here, thank you for watching our Blades in the Dark game with my excellent crew here. Let's go around the room, crew, and tell us who you are, tell us where to find you, and tell us something tell us who you thought performed excellently today, and I'll give them an extra XP. Well, let's start with Bisonic. I forgot I have to choose people.
Sorry, I was looking up a thing. So, Hello, everybody. My name is Bisonic Kevin on the Twitters, and I am looking up a schedule for a thing because I am going. You can find me here on Tuesday nights at 8 on this channel, running Riffs, which is just bonkers, and fun.
Yes.
And intense.
Yes.
And coming up on the 21st from 8 to midnight, I'll be running Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Take Hollywood
Amazing.
on the Thread Raiders channel as part of a charity for Action Against Hunger. So I encourage you all to come out and join and watch and cheer in the chat and whatnot. So
Am I in that game?
Yes, you are in that game, actually.
Yes. It's on my calendar, so just making sure.
All right, and see you on the Discord or other fun places.
And who do you think performed well tonight?
I'm gonna give it to Kay. Just a brawl. Love the brawl.
Excellent. Thruck.
Yeah, hi, I'm Throck. You can find me all over the place. 8 o'clock yesterdays with Kevin and Evan doing riffs, and 1 p.m. Eastern on Sundays doing Legend of the Five Rings with my Legend of the Five Rings crew, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern doing Dragon Dark Days, or I'm sorry, doing Emerald Knights and Neurospikes with the Devil's Luck crew. And oh yeah, I'm actually starting in a Mouse Guard game on Saturdays that's going to be premiering this Saturday at 3:45, where I'm playing. I'm not running. I'm just gonna get to hang out and do things, which is super awesome. Yeah. So that's gonna be super fun as well. And yeah, K, 100% K for the entire fight. Yeah,
Awesome.
100%. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
Although I think here's my problem. I think everybody had an amazing scene tonight, and I could almost equally as call out Ebony or Sparrow as well. For awesome things that they did. And so it hurts me to not be like, everybody should get it. But definitely, I think the K fight scene is, is the thing.
And Kay helping with the chaos. Though the chaos was also great.
Mm-hmm.
But Kay stepping in and taking out that scaffolding.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot about the shooting.
Oh yeah, and the scaffolding was the thing I had marked down originally to call out K for, because that was brilliant. Yeah.
Kick ass, man. And Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. You can also find me on the Discord. I'm on there occasionally. Yeah. I also have to give it to Kay. That fight in the water was awesome.
Hell yeah, man. And Kay.
Okay, hey, I'm Kay, aka Undead Kay on the interwebs. You can find me at Twitter at K_Undead. You can also find me playing a pirate play-by-post. I'll post that link in there where I'm playing a goblin first mate who is currently having some really bad emotional issues, but that's here nor there. Find me here obviously Wednesday nights, as well as lately I've been playing with the RPG Lab in an Inquisition game where I'm totally not a double triple agent heretic thing. As far as everything goes, honestly, with Grimalkin's help and just the bam, 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 here's the plan, that's who I've got to give it to, honestly. It was just so streamlined, everything like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was solid. I never know how you guys are going to do these jobs, and you guys keep surprising me with doing different things.
My plan would have involved bringing in the Blue Coats to raid the warehouse, and that was not going to go well.
No, not with you.
Again, you don't want Scarlet making the plans.
Just shoot them.
Just kill everybody, whatever.
Pile of bodies, it's fine. Yeah.
Well, I was your storyteller this evening, your game master, and I am Evan. I am Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. I'm not on that much. I'm Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. I'm on that a lot. And I play in the Rifts game every Tuesday with Kevin, and it's fucking awesome. And I run this every Wednesday, and I'm going to be in Kevin's TMNT game, and I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I I mean, I give everybody 5 XP, and I got to listen to you, to the crowd. I will give Kay the 1 extra XP, and I'm proud to do so because I think that was fucking awesome. And you were sharp. You were very sharp today. But yeah, I agree with Throck. You guys were all kicked ass. I love this group. I think you guys are fucking smart, and you're really good at doing shit. I think I also liked Crystal when she walked out, felt the presence of whatever was down in the bar. I was like, nope, just shut up. That was fucking hilarious. There's some things I never planned for with you guys, and shit like that is exactly. Oh no, fuck that! I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Like, you know, why would I do that? So I think you guys are doing great, and Throck, am I missing anything? Did I need to say?
I mean, quick shout out to our sponsors. We love that Roll20 and Tabletop Loot, where if you use the code WTTP Dice, you can get 15% off your next purchase at tabletoploot.com, and of course, 10% off your purchase if you use the code WELCOME at So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear.
Check out that stuff, and don't forget to look at ruinc.com. She's got excellent work. And Roll20 is one of our sponsors, and they are fantastic. Definitely check out Roll20 because it is actually a really cool system to use for RPGs. And that's it. And then who are we going to raid?
Oh, yeah, let's raid. I forgot. I'm in charge of the stream. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go raid our dear friends at Dice Priori, who I think are playing Vampire the Masquerade tonight. So I thought that might be a fun switchover. For people who like this.
What a lame game. No, that game was awesome. That was a lot. That game is sick.
All right, everyone, we're going to go head over to Dice Priori. You know what to do. I'm going to put it in the raid here. If you want to join us in giving a lot of love to our dear friends over there, we're going to do a quick copy and paste of the welcome to the raid and throw it in there. And if you got some emotes or whatever from, being here, you should use those as well. Hex are always great. Smoochies are fun. But either way, we're going to go. We love you. And bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.